Let's. I almost dropped
here
the
we
F-bomb to start.
go. Yeah, right.
Right in the first minute. How awesome would that
That'd be
Happy
awesome.
Saturday. Welcome to Cardboard Conversations. My name's Pat.
I'm Gaming Bob.
be? I'm
Yeah,
Matt.
right.
So,
So,
did we already lose Pat?
oh yeah, no, I'm not here for this whatsoever. I'm kidding. I'm Pat the Pauper, here with a spotty internet connection, -4 with wind chill. It might be something even crazier. I'm joined by the warm, welcoming voice of Bob and Matt. How you doing, fellas?
It's 34 here. It's not too bad.
It was
Wait.
15 this
Yeah,
morning.
it was a
cold.
little cold, but it got
Above?
warmer.
Hey, man, I can't help it that you live on the polar ice cap.
Yeah, you get what you get. I mean, there's a certain trade, you know. I get a lot of cold weather, but it is really nice in general up here. I get those green mountains, beautiful valleys, you know. It's worth it. There's a certain trade, and I've made it.
Your soul for I don't know what.
Yeah, right.
But hello and welcome everybody in the audience. I'm seeing Solar God. I'm seeing Titan 2-Man or Titantuman, however you
I have
pronounce
no
that.
idea how to
Titan
say it still. Titan 2-Man? Is that what we're going with?
Titan 2-Man. And Mr. DJ Longhair a little earlier rocked by on the channel. Sorry to hear about your loss this week, my friend.
Yep, him and I did a little pre-record on Wednesday. Thursday was the services itself, so I talked with Russ a little bit behind the scenes, and man, biggest condolences go out. I know it's complicated and difficult, and either way, every single one of us wants to give you a big freaking hug, so hearts go out to you, buddy.
Yeah, that is that's an unfortunate part of life.
Yeah, is the whole circle of it. Yeah.
Indeed.
That's a tough start. And speaking of the circle of life and death, that's one of the specific things that's been featured in Phyrexia, All Will Be One, in our Magic the Gathering releases of the recent past. Just this coming week, we're getting that release. And a lot has been going on with that. We're seeing characters that we've known for a long time change completely. And complete in a very specific spelling. Matt, as
Complete.
Yeah, right. Is there anything you've been noting out of the Phyrexia All Will Be One release that you're looking to get into?
I learned a little
really
bit
good
of
singles.
lore about Vraska and Jace. Apparently, I guess Jace loves Vraska, and she lulled him in, and then gave him a little whisper, and now he's completed. So that's unfortunate. They got him.
Got it.
Got him.
Unfortunately. But as far as like the only thing I'm really honestly like excited about is the bundles, the super special oil select bundles or whatever. Bob had posted some Walmart bundles for $80, and that was already cheaper than like TCG and whatnot. So I ordered 2.
Yep.
I'll probably open 1, keep 1, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I made no bones about that. I called it back in December. I'm pretty sure I shared it here once or twice with the complete bundles talking about it. And
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get
It is
printed
what
to
it is.
oblivion. I think they'll. I think the moment they come out, Watsy will be like, "Ooh, money!" and print. some.
I think it's too difficult. I think the logistics of printing those specific boxes with the specific contents. Yes, you're out of your mind, dude.
No,
The boxes are printed in a different location than the cards, and you have to have the special pack
what up,
wrappers
Dual
for it. No, you have to have different print runs for different sections of that, different print runs for the lands are even different between. You just don't grab the land packs from the other bundle this time. So, it's an entirely different beast, right? It won't. I don't think it'll be worth the setup time to reprint those. Even Rudy was talking about it. That typically bundles altogether, fat packs bundles, are a one and done print run. They don't restock bundles, and probably for that very reason, because of the dice and the specific boxes, and no, they don't.
The packaging lineup. Yeah,
They just don't
as
normally
far as
sell out.
logistics. Yeah.
Right? They're not normally the hot thing to buy. This is their first time doing it. Now, I won't be surprised if there's a significant amount of them, but they're so low that Amazon even said, "Sorry, sold out."
Yeah, right now
Remember-
TCG is pre-selling for 180.
Wowza.
So we got them for
Yeah.
$100 off of the pre-sale price of the singles for the complete.
So for anybody listening, since I've already warned the guys in this chat here, Walmart, at least the last time I checked this morning, still had the complete bundles for $79 plus tax. I don't know what you ended up.
They're out of
the door
stock.
with. Are they?
Yeah, I just checked. I was gonna post a link for people if they didn't have it, but yeah, they're out of stock. I don't know.
You got Amazon complete bundles? Did they come back in stock? Because I checked like this morning.
I'll post the link if it'll let me.
I'm gonna go look right now for
it's the Walmart link and it's massive.
Amazonia for complete.
Man, I gotta say,
Or
guys,
what? Or did you? I mean, they had them on Amazon, but they were through other sellers. Do you mind if I asked? Did you buy it through Amazon at the $80 price, or did you have to pay more? Like I think I saw some around the 150 mark on Amazon.
Yeah, right
Sorry,
now
that was
you have to click see all buying options, and the lowest is 150 from Amazon.
Right. That's all I've seen from Amazon since I posted that they were sold out like a couple weeks ago. I don't know how you're doing that, Solar God, because
are you sure you're not buying the normal fat packs versus the completed fat packs?
well, the normal fat packs aren't $80.
They are
MTG store. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking the right way. Maybe I'm just old man, can't figure out Amazon.
270, 269 divided by they're 50. Yeah, they're only $45. So if you paid 80, it's not a good deal.
Well, he's saying he got the complete bundles through Amazon, like on the MTG store.
I mean, they might have popped up for like a day or a few hours and then immediately sold out again.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Amazon
it's possible.
does
whack-a-mole.
have price fluctuations and sporadic availability. I know I've gotten some stuff from them on their store through Amazon a number of times.
2 minutes after you ordered? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like flash sale. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to try to play whack-a-mole with my products. That's why I went and got it. I looked into it early. I was looking at the cheapest place. That's what I normally do. So let me try to share that with you. Since we have all of 5 people that normally watch us, please, by the way, for the 5 people watching, go ahead and hit that like, please.
Yeah.
Share the link out with other people if you think we're worthy of people listening to us. I like to think that we provide some pretty decent content. So what I'll do for those exclusive Bob first here about what I do, when I see something different in the Magic arsenal, and clearly the complete bundle, when they announced it on the Magic Weekly, I think it was Blake and some really awkward dude talking about Phyrexia All Will Be One a couple months ago. And they were talking about these complete bundles. And whenever you hear the words, you can only get them in, whether it's collectors or this time it was in this new complete bundle. Yeah. I start digging into that a bit. And by digging into that, I start Googling it. And I start Googling who's got that on pre-sale and at what price. And then I check Amazon as sort of a benchmark because they normally post prices there that like, okay, you can get products for this not so discounted price for a long time. And Amazon had them up for $80. And so I found them out there on some other website, which I hope I get mine. But I did order, 6 should normally be in a case of bundles for $62 each delivered. That was, no taxes and free shipping. And that's how I don't normally say, just pre-order to pre-order. I go bargain hunting on a way early pre-order. Right, not a week before release, not when all the hype's coming out, but try to find a thing that's not like the other, the different thing. Sometimes it'll pay off, sometimes it doesn't. Like I have Dominator United collector boxes I'm into for, I want to say like I think I right around 200 a piece delivered. Yeah, something like that. And my double masters, my collector boxes were like $214 a piece delivered. But the way you get that is going out way early, being ahead of the crowd, seeing the thing that looks like it's, oh, hey, that might have a one and done print run. That might be short run. That might be, that's how I started that with Commander Legends. That's why I have 3 of the collector boxes I paid $220 a piece for. Rudy was talking about how they were going to be short run. I'm like, okay, let me go get those. So I recommend, to perk your ears up if you're interested in having the hot thing and making sure you get your hands on it at a reasonable price, not always the lowest, but a reasonable price. Be way ahead of the game. Listen for the things that are special, not just, oh, this is a hot new version of a great card.
And
Think about product front.
that's actually something I wanted to talk to Matt about, and you as well, Bob, because all of us are going to Indianapolis this well, what do you call August? Late summer, early fall, either
late
way.
summer.
Yeah.
We're all
That's late
looking
summer.
to we're all looking to go down to Indianapolis for Gen Con 2023, and we're going to see a lot of exposure to products of all sorts of different types. Whether it be card based, board game, or some type of electronic tie-in. Matt, Bob, is there anything that, oh goodness gracious, welcome to the internet, fellers, is there anything that you
Freeze frame.
guys are looking to get into? I know Magic will have its own certain showing along with Lorcana, as you can see behind Bob. But Matt, is there anything in specific you're looking towards?
I have a question about Lorcana. This is something that's just I have to ask it. Bob, do you actually like Lorcana as a product, or do you just like that it has dollar signs behind it? Because that's the only thing you've talked about is dollar signs. Do you actually like Lorcana? Do you think it's a good product, or do you think that it just has potential to be good as far as money?
I mean, that's
I like
an
the
interesting question when you
directness.
say good
Yeah.
product, because you have to define what good product. Do I think
That's
it's
what I
good?
said. Is it good as in like, do you plan to play it, or do you plan to just buy it and then hopefully the dollars go up and then that's a good product? Because that would make it a good product as far as value, but is it a good product as far as playing? Like, do you actually
there's no
believe
way-
that it will
there's
be a
no
good
way to-
card game?
There's no way to know if it's going to be a good card game. So what do we know about it? I mean, there are shows that go way more in depth. I'm not going to do that here tonight about the gameplay of it. I expect that the gameplay will be simplified compared to Magic, being that just on the box itself, it says it's for an audience of 8+. But oftentimes in Magic, when you get more and more complex with the game, it doesn't necessarily make it better. Sitting there watching somebody take a turn for 30 minutes is not the most exciting thing in a game to me.
No.
And that's what happens when you get a more complex game like Magic, or even other more complex Twilight Imperium games that take 12 to 14 hours or days, or even by the end of Axis and Allies. When you get into these super complex games, there's a difference between good and super complex. One of my favorite games to play, period, if I could just pull it off the shelf, between Magic and all the other things I play, Clank. Pretty simple game, little hard to master, but it doesn't take 30 fucking minutes to watch somebody dirtle around and play a
Take
game
their
with
turn
themselves.
and have the
Right. I don't have time
yeah.
to go get a pizza and come back. So
Even
with
some of
Lorcana, hopefully
yeah.
Lorcana will be faster.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Some of my favorite games are Risk, a game I grew up with. I personally, along with some of my very close friends in my childhood, actually made custom Risk maps so that we could battle each other in a more intense and strategic manner. Now, some of that we might just not see in Lorcana. We might not see some of the in-depth tactics that even in the first few years of Magic the Gathering we saw blossom. It might be more similar to Pokemon's first few releases, where in those first editions there was little interaction and gameplay, and Pokemon now has gone more practically to a collector's atmosphere than a player's, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is quite the opposite, where it's almost solely players that drive the product releases. And collectors, honestly, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Aren't a huge thing. And you see stuff...
card prices, conversely, also are not a huge thing.
Right. And
that's a great point, and I'm glad you brought that up, Pat. That's what the people that are loving the fact that they're overprinting the shit out of all the Magic cards, they think, oh no, it's just great. It's pure benefit to everybody in the Magic community if all the cards are, 5 cents a piece. It's not. You end up with Yu-Gi-Oh, right? That's what you end up with, because aren't all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, from my understanding, like pennies?
Yes, for the most part, everything I've been exposed to, and I do honestly try and stay up to date for most of the TCGs, including even the Weiss Schwartz releases. Now, most Yu-Gi-Oh cards are honestly worthless as far as a monetary price point. There are some that do go up to the $20 mark, but for the most part, the way that they have dealt with power creep is to just continually produce cards with higher power and more effects on them. So the newest releases are what really have the most power points behind them, so they drive the price points. And it stays usually between $10 and $20 for their highest priced cards.
You know what game did that as well? It's dead now.
Ooh.
Star Wars Destiny.
Yep. Amen.
Damn. I was
It
gonna say
did. They had no way to like. So all you know what ends up happening? All your old cards that had any kind of value whatsoever, doesn't matter like how much they print them or whatnot.
Right.
When they get just outpowered,
yeah,
nobody wants them and they just die. Right.
yeah.
I don't know.
Like how much do you think honestly, if you had just a straight better dual land, let's say they had, you know, two card types, because 3 starts, you know, the triomes start teetering into a different territory. You notice like, well, what if I only play a 2-color deck? Now you're screwed. But let's go with the dual lands, right? One of the hottest things out there. Now let's say all you had to do was add cycling to it, right?
Or even if you just gain a life just from playing it, and it was still a dual land.
I'm saying any better whatsoever. What do you think is going to happen to the demand and the price on dual lands?
Probably.
I'm not talking about now. Let's not talk about the alpha and beta versions. I'm talking about the revised. Let's be more specific. Revised and unlimited
get-in version. I'd have to say that they drop just because their utilitarian use has gone down. They're less sought after. Well, yeah,
because you only can put
50%. Yeah.
So they'll still be used, but they won't be the it card anymore, right? They'll be replaced in all the 4 of formats.
Well, even now, I mean, me and my buddies, and Bob and I had this conversation 6 months ago, because I'm so heavy into proxying. Thank you again, Matt, for helping me onto this train. But with the idea of proxying, when a card costs 38 to 40 cents, Gaia's Cradle now is just up to my want of putting it in a deck. So I have an agreement with my friends. Hey, this is the power level. This is what I'm looking at doing. Right. Yeah. If a tropical island costs you less than a Snickers bar out of the vending machine, what does it matter? Well, it matters with the conversations I'm having with my friends for the play level we're looking to have. Now, if everybody's doing the same thing, yeah, cool. Let's have a great time. If we're not, then we're never going to put those cards in. Even if, Matt, you owned those cards, Bob, putting those in the deck changes the level that we're playing at. Even fetch lands. I mean, now that they're $10 to $15 each, it's a totally different thing. But my pod has always agreed upon a certain dollar value. And now that Magic just says, fuck it all, we're going to print it worth nothing. So every card, a Maze of Ith, is like $2 now. It's kind of ridiculous. A Sylvan Library is under $20. This is ridiculous. I mean, Magic's in a real weird place, and deck value
not weird. This is what they've done. This is what I've been stomping my feet about since the fireside.
Yeah, and I don't disagree whatsoever. It is an engineered spot.
Yeah,
I just mean that in compare, outside of 2005, this is a very odd spot for Magic to be in, and I think it will continue to be even weirder. I think the next 18 to 24 months is going to be the worst time in Magic I've seen while I've been in Magic.
Well, let's define worst, because the cards that they're coming out with are actually really, as a matter of fact, the power creep. That's one of the things I'm really disappointed in with Phyrexia All Will Be One. You know, and Matt said that it's not super powerful. It's a super powerful set, in my opinion.
When did I say it wasn't super powerful?
Was that? Am I confusing you? I'm old.
I was like, Alice.
But somebody else said that it reminds me almost of Throne of Eldraine.
I feel it was probably his dog barking at a squirrel. Don't worry, Matt.
There's a
he
new
does.
artifact that like auto goes into my Atraxa deck that makes every planeswalker just proliferate when you want. Like it's so stupid.
Oh, and
Well, and
there's
the Phyrexia all will
like
be one
the
that just auto combos
yeah.
with so many different things. It's like,
Oh yeah.
well,
Oh
that's
yeah, and
dumb.
there's yeah, that white card. I think it's the second one in the set, just below Elish Norn as far as price points.
Like Muriel or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff in this deck. Let us know down in the comment section for you out of Phyrexia All Will Be One. What is your favorite card so far? I'd really like to know. I think Matt and Bob would also.
Yeah, there's I think you're talking about the one that's the
Excuse me.
Mondrak Glory Dominus, the one that doubles your tokens.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the funny thing about him, or it. I don't know. It's a Phyrexian horse, so we can just say it. I actually don't think that it's worth the $30 price tag that it has currently. I think it's more of like a $10 or $15 card. However, the only reason I say that is because the enchantment version of it, which I can't remember the name of it for some reason, I'm tired or open, wait, whatever.
Anointed Procession.
Anointed Procession, that's the one.
Yep.
Yeah, so I feel like that is just better in every way because creatures are a lot easier to remove than enchantments, in my opinion. So I don't know. I think that this is a good card, but I don't think it's better.
Yeah, I've got to say,
Well, I mean-
the second I saw this, my thought personally was, ooh, little bit of white. Okay, you got 2 pips to get it in. This isn't too bad. It looks great. I mean, the artwork to me is one of the things that really drives this. I love the effects on it, and it's about the same price point. If I were to put it in a deck, it's 38 cents, whatever. Thank you, Make Playing Cards, not a sponsor, want a sponsor. But as far as a card value, it seems to be sitting the same point as Anointed Procession, and it does near the same thing. So I kind of like it.
Yeah, the thing with this Mondrak, though, which I'll disagree with you, is that it has self-protection built into it. Anointed Procession, if they blow it up, that's it.
I don't know. There's just so much removal in the format nowadays that the indestructible.
But
to
that's
me
only
is kind of
because
just
people
different.
play a lot of creature removal. But there is a ton of enchantment removal out there. If you bump up against, if Anointed Procession ends up commonly in your pod, you're going to start running enchantment and artifact removal, and there's a ton of it.
Yeah,
There's a ton of it. Just look at Presence of the Master. Throw that down on fine. Have Anointed Procession. Good luck.
Right.
But no, I just and the Silverback Ancient, is that who he is? Mr. Blow Up Everything.
It's so
and
tasty.
Titan of Industry and all these other things that just blow up. I mean, because you play a lot of black and blue don't have a lot of enchantment hate. Neither does red. But white and green sure as shit do.
my new commander that I just
Nowadays,
built, he has
yeah.
no problem getting rid of enchantments. The Yarok the Desecrated.
It's such a good
Focus.
card.
Why is it not focusing? Well, anyways, you guys get the point. It's Yarok the Desecrated. He doubles all your entering the battlefield triggers. But it's blue, green, black, so it has multiple ways of removing stuff.
It's
Very
double
fun.
good. It's double bad. It's Yarok.
I went a little like I don't know. I went landfall and good stuff enter the battlefield, so I'm kind of like smashing two archetypes together, which might not be the best way to do it, but
Yeah, well.
I like I like the Risen Reef roiling something combo, where like every time you play a elemental or the
Yep.
Risen
Yep.
Reef, it creates the potential chain of going through your entire deck with Yarok because he doubles every trigger.
Yeah.
So every land you get from Risen Reef equals 2 triggers, which gives 2 elementals, which means 4 triggers on Risen Reef. Then you have 4 triggers to go get 1 land, and then you just got to hit 1 and 4. It's pretty high odds.
The
to
only
basically just
problem
get every card
with
in
some
the
of
deck.
those like triggers is, so I recently got a Trelisara deck, and you guys will be seeing that here pretty soon on the channel. So stay tuned and make sure to subscribe over at PureMTG so you can see all of the incredible Commander Raids gameplay, not just there, but also here. We've got a lot of awesome stuff, some really on the tunes gameplay. We've always got a lot of new rules coming out. We're trying everything we can with every single deck we've got, so check that stuff out. So I've got a Trelisara deck coming in with a lot of ETB and triggers just in general. And I'm really worrisome that when I play that with you guys that I'll have so many triggers going on that I can't handle it. And that's one of the reasons why I specifically took Panharmonicon out of the deck, even though it was such a powerhouse card when I was tuning it up, especially on Arena. Doing it in person is just so difficult. Is that something you guys run into? Bob, do you have any decks that just are so hard to run in person you don't want to?
So to a degree, yes. My group hug deck has popped off twice this week or within the last week of
Cheers to that.
with Skewed Swarms, with
That right there is a great one. Yeah.
I was just Drip was talking about Obliterator being overpowered. My buddy for my birthday or Christmas, one of the two, David, he got me this. It's a foil Phyrexian Obliterator. Is it backwards for you guys?
It is.
That's cool. I can fix that. I wasn't sure.
I've got to say the Phyrexian Vindicator, the white version, seems just as incredible. The prevent all damage, throw that damage somewhere else. I mean, I've done some crazy stuff with Phyrexian Obliterator before.
It's real.
It's real. Oh my god.
It's not. I actually just started listing a bunch of my cards on TCG Player. I got one of my Ragavan sold for $71. Happy for that.
Hey, there you go. Gotta love it.
Pays for my bundles so far.
And Bob, as far as complicated cards, you were saying about one of your recent builds?
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm just saying that with the group hug deck, there were just lots of things that popped off. It was a combination of Tulane with AC and Tatyova, where if you put a creature into play, go ahead and draw a card and put a land into play from your hand. And then when I play a land, I was drawing 2 cards from Tatyova and AC, and and then I bumped into what's the
Omniscience,
the artifact that every time you cast a spell you gain life plus
Pyrex or nope.
Aether Flux Reservoir.
Aether Flux Reservoir. So I mean everything was like I was like, oh, these are that triggered and that triggered and that triggered and that triggered and that triggered. And then you're just sitting there watching me, like I was talking about, playing my turn for 25 minutes without the intelligence to go, oh, I've got this. Or I likely have this.
Right. Yeah.
And so we have to wait 25 minutes to go, okay, yeah, I got this. And it's like, all right, well, I got bored myself. I'm like, I don't even want to finish out my turn. All right, let's go to the next game. There's no challenge here anymore. And I just want to, swipe left, go to the next game.
Yeah. Skip, play next.
Personally, for me, as far as like those kind of decks go, I enjoy them the most when I'm having to work through a line of combo or work through a series of triggers and like remember. I mean, I don't know. It's the more complicated, the better, in my opinion. I like the more complex stuff. If I like the 30-minute turns, and I don't necessarily like when somebody else does it, but at the same time, I enjoy
That's
when.
my point.
Well, I enjoy when
it's
people
fun
pop
for
off,
you.
so it's cool.
But imagine if you like applied the same thing to sex. Yeah, it was great for me. And it's like, oh well, I don't think you'd be having it very often.
I do get some of the point Matt's making, though, is that it is nice to see people, whether it's me, you, or Matt, or if Prime's joining us or Thea, to see people's decks do its thing.
Yeah.
It's nice to see it pop off. Even though, like, hey, man, I know what Shadowborn Apostle does, but I want to see you get 6 of those fuckers out. Like, it is great to see decks do its thing. Even though sometimes when I build a Rats deck and it's the first premiere of it, it's going to be clunky. It's going to be janky. We're not going to have the best time in the world. But it's nice to see a deck do its thing. Even though sometimes, it takes a little bit of a ways. And that's one of the difficult things as content creators, as well as Magic the Gathering players, is that weird middle area that we've got to think about as we're presenting what we're playing. Is how entertaining is this for other people to watch? Would I want to watch this? And that's what I love about Commander Raids so much, is that participatory part of it, is that we all get to have that turn with it. It's so easy to build in that little bit of extra life gain for everybody, that little bit of card draw for everyone at the table. I really enjoy that portion of it. So thanks, Bob, for introducing me to some of the hug aspects of deck building. And thank you, Twiddler, for joining us this evening.
Yeah, hey Twiddler. No, I'm just saying that even I got bored. It's kind of like even with the we'll go back to the Turgid deck that I built, right? And it wasn't that it was so much interaction, but it was such bad interaction. Like every card I was throwing down, it's like, oh, that's oppressive. I'd hate to have that come across the board at me. I'd hate to play against this deck. This would just be awful. Like if you don't have the
even on the
like,
flip
all right,
side of
screwed.
it, like some of the difficult parts of playing with a group hug deck, and I think Matt's had the same problem in a good way, is that, oh, on my upkeep, I do what? I draw an extra card or I flip a card off the top. There's so many aspects to Magic the Gathering, especially playing with a really new, varied decks. It's incredible with the format we're building. So
you're making me want to play Commander Raids. I'll be honest with
Oh
you.
no. Oh
Yeah,
no,
shit,
that
don't
sounds
play.
so terrible. Oh, save up that juice, Bob. We're gonna be getting to it soon.
Oh yeah, now, there's actually a card I want to put in here. So here you go. I'll do a card preview for the night, right? So just a card that most people don't even think about twice. I got to make sure I don't have it in here first. But what I've found, and I don't know, would you guys like to see some shorts from Matt and I just talking about some cards that work particularly well since Commander Raids is sort of our format here.
I mean, I'll tell you straight up, I want to see it. I want to see it.
All right, here we go.
That, Bob.
Here's the tech card that most people just dismissed out of hand originally.
Ooh.
It's like a 25-cent card.
Well, that doesn't work. We're not we're not opponents.
It kind of does. So
It actually works amazing.
Yeah. So the evening portion to this is that an opponent also draws cards. Now, because the opponent, the boss, the raid monster, cannot draw cards, for 1 and 2 white pips, you draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
In white.
Now,
so you're drawing 3 cards for two for a white for 2 white and
2 white and 1. Yeah.
That's so you're divinationing. Something blue does no problem.
Okay, but white does have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, but that's a great little card for 10 cents. Probably get it for free.
Right. I thought you were saying that it works with like you and another player can draw 3 cards.
No, never said that. I just said it works great in our format. Because most people don't play it in the other formats because they don't want to give their opponent some advantage. Right. In our format, it gives no advantage to the opponent. So it's just purely a benefit for you, pretty cheap. So that's I'm just saying, that's a great little card for our format, the way that it works. I have so many others I want to share, but we'll save those for the videos. We'll save those for like you guys when you want to tune into our channel and do some shorts. We need to do more things like that. We need to do more things that drive people to our channel, not necessarily because I care so much about the viewership, other than I would really like to get our format off the ground, get it rolling, get people
Bob,
more interested in it.
I know the problem you're having, and disregard it. Because in all honesty, when people want to open up orphanages, one of the hardest things, similar to what we're doing here, is we want to spread things to the community. It's not about us. It's about the project we're working on. We want to get more ears on it. So it's hard to kind of self-promote, even though the project you're working on does nothing for you. It's for the consumer. It's for the people that are taking part in it.
Yeah, I would love, like I played with Brody this week, a one-on-one from Alfonso Investments.
Oh, that prick. God, he's such a good guy, and I want to spend more time with him. And I'm jealous of you, Bob, for getting to do so.
I kind of, wrestled him to the ground to.
Oh,
You know.
he had his shirt off, and you didn't want to record it. I get
Well,
it.
you know, I had
I spent time
I had
with the
to
cowboy before. Yeah,
guilt
no,
him
it's
into it.
it's
because
cool.
he's
I
a great
get
guy.
it.
But then when he played it, he's like, "This is amazing," and he caught the Commander Raids bug. You know what you could do?
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
okay, that should be like the tagline for
Right,
Commander
yeah,
Raids.
yeah.
You know what you could do?
It's a mug. It says Commander Raids on one side, and you flip it over, and it says, "You know what you could do" on the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
So now he's even talking about it on his morning coffee talks. You know, his magic morning magic coffee and stocks. And now he's like, that card would be great in Commander Raids. That card won't work at all in Commander Raids. So
I'm sorry. I just read Twiddler's comment. I come here for intelligent discussions.
Well, I'm sorry to say, Twiddler, you
Yeah.
know, we may not always hit that high bar.
Yeah, right. If
we
you
try.
keep tuning in Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and you might find one.
You know, blind squirrels, I guess you could say. But we do take a rather thoughtful approach, right? It may not be the most intelligent,
Yeah,
but we do try to be thoughtful about, you know, Magic and not just pure entertainment value. That hopefully we do provide some thought-provoking things about
Oh,
Magic.
right.
Right?
Is that something you guys want? Now that I have this new incredible computer here running the show, do you want
Does that make you smarter?
Right. Is that something you want? Is the entertainment factor? Should I get a whole media setup so like vuvuzelas and like sound effects and, you know, particles go off? Is that
Well, you know who we should
okay.
ask? We should ask OpenChat GL.
Oh, Chat GPT?
Chat GPT, yeah, that's it.
Right. Oh, no.
That's so
Hey,
intelligent. I don't even
dude.
know what it is.
Dude, that shit is wild. I started doing
Dude,
that last night. It
so
actually blows my freaking mind.
I use it on this computer and at work. I introduced my father to it today. He's 64, and while we were
Probably
on the
thinks it's
phone,
wizardry.
he started typing in, and he was like, he's. I heard him pause. Like, we're both taking bong rips because, rock on. So, as we're chilling and we're like fucking around with Chat GPT, he's like, "What do you use this for?" And I said, "Anything."
Literally everything.
And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Give me type in to the prompt 10 titles for a YouTube video that talk about Pat and new computers." And it printed out a thing. And I said, "Dad, type into it Python code that is a calculator." And it printed out code that worked. I said, "Dad, type into it, how would you break up with a girlfriend that you have no actual problems with?" And it gave him a thing that said like mental health problems about how you want to deal with relationships. And he was just stunned as I was. Interacting with this kind of stuff is unbelievable. I don't know what we're dealing with. And hey, to everybody that wants to see the rig, let's go ahead. I'm going to pull this phone out real quick. This is what we're working with. Yeah, that's right. I still haven't put the side panel on.
Who needs a side panel?
Better airflow with no side panel.
Right?
Well, it depends.
So
There's something about positive and negative pressure inside cases, and depending on how the fan setups are, whether or not a side panel is better or not.
oh, it's hard because like my phone's reverse of what I'm actually doing.
I had that problem last week.
Yeah. So I got. What's weird, when I grew up, the power supply was always in the top left.
Yeah, now it's in the bottom.
Yeah, like
Which is a terrible idea because it produces a lot of heat. So putting it in the bottom.
It's
Oh,
not
this
a
is so
terrible idea.
difficult.
The way that if you look at the way that it's designed, the fan pulls air from the bottom and shoots it out the back of the computer. It never enters the case.
Like, it's a whole different setup. Like, they just do stuff different. So I got a semi-modular power supply, and I don't love the way that I run power to my GPU, but I mean, it works. It's friggin' ripping. I've been playing some crazy titles lately. I do love all the RGB stuff though, because at night I just turn off all my lights and I just have this awesome effect. Yeah, it's kind of awesome. And so the case was the cheapest that they had in store. It was $50. Yeah, it came with 4 RGB fans and $50. I cannot complain. So, like I was saying to my buddy and my dad, I plugged everything in, put all the little wires onto the motherboard, you know, did all the MVE 2.0 or whatever for the solid state drive, did all the jazz, and just turned on. Everything lit up right out the box. Boom, I did it. So happy. I cannot explain. I just want to pat myself on the back so hard for it. Very pleased.
Hey, you didn't even have
with
to ask me for any help. That was good.
And no, see, that's the thing, Matt.
He's going to need your help with the banana.
No. I asked Matt for a lot of help. I asked you for help over and over and over. It was just in the last month. That's the thing, is I did all the learning beforehand. I figured all that stuff out before I spent $1,000 plugging shit together that really mattered. And you helped me do that. So thank you again for it.
Not a problem.
Yeah, so
I like
we definitely need to pick Matt's brain about the banana. Matt,
oh my God. Yeah, we got to talk to you.
We won't get into that here, but it's something that we want to use so that we can make it more better to live broadcast games. But at any rate, we were talking about ChatGPT, and one of the things that I watched this week was a guy talking about, the future that's coming, because it is coming. Since we brought up ChatGPT,
absolutely,
and AI will certainly be a part of the future. I'm kind of hoping I'm old enough that I can duck that a little bit, because there's new disciplines that we're all going to have to learn. And believe it or not, we're already learning it. And if you don't think so, Alexa, turn on lights. So
now you just turned on all the lights at people's houses.
Right. Right. And that's my point, is that, like when you watch some of, let's say, maybe your parents struggle with trying to tell Alexa to do a thing or not. Alexa, shut up. The younger generation doesn't have as much trouble with their prompt engineering, which is what that is, or Google searching.
Yeah.
We've been gearing up for this for quite a while. And what prompt engineering is learning how to interact with AI. Specifically, the thing that people play with most are like the drawing programs, or
whether it
ChatGPT
be Dolly,
just for shits and giggles. Just like the internet started for porn, but it's pretty much ubiquitous for anything and everything. It's running businesses. If you're not on the internet, you're literally Fred Flintstone jumping down the back of a dinosaur to get off of work.
Yeah.
And much the same way, ChatGPT is the first real inkling of what's to come with prompt engineering. And what that means is you're going to have to start reorganizing the way that you think about work, life, things in general, to interact with AI in a way that is more beneficial. And if you don't think your job's at risk, if you don't get on board with like this prompt engineering, you're going to be in trouble, right? You're going to be one of the ones that gets cut. If you know how to interact, however, on this front, conversely, if you learn how to interact with AI in a productive way, not just, hey, I can bring up 15 pics of monkeys sticking their fingers in their butts, and you do something that actually like, hey, how can I more effectively manage my time when it comes to traffic in the morning?
Matt, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Could you type into the prompt 18-month plan on carpentry business in a small town, Iowa?
Well, no, I've already got something typed in there.
Hold on a second. I want to react to Solar God's comment. If you could pull that up there. AI may not do your job for you, but somebody else may be able to do your job more effectively by using AI. Yeah. And they're now twice as productive as you are. AI is going to be as ubiquitous as anything technology.
It's an amazing tool. Now, I just want to show like the potential. So this, I typed in, can you make me a Magic the Gathering EDH deck with Yark the Desecrated as the commander? And it just goes, yeah, sure, here's a sample deck that I've built for you. And it just sits here and just like lists the commander, creatures, and it just starts typing out all the creatures for the deck. It's
Right.
freaking mind-blowing. It's not great. Now, it starts putting in lands as creatures sometimes, and so it doesn't know like how many creatures should be in the deck. It doesn't know how many enchantments should be in the deck. I don't know exactly how it wants to build it, but the fact that it can do this blows my mind.
Actually, Solar God, it will. I mean, even from being like a prostitute on the street, it will have the collective knowledge of the world to be more efficient, more better in some way. I'm just saying that it doesn't matter what your job is. I don't care if you're the fry guy.
Whether or
McDonald's.
not it takes over
No.
or replaces the new AI revolution that we are experiencing, not just now, but in the next few years, the proliferation of this type of assistance. And that's the number one thing, is that this can help people who are not replaceable. My type of work, not directly replaceable, but the way that people interface with me is going to change because of this. When people now go to McDonald's, whether you're in person, if you want to walk into that, for your convenience, you now deal with a glowing white monolith instead of an average terminal employee. If you go to a KFC, when you go to the drive-thru, the person that you're speaking to is not an actual human being. It was replaced in 2021 with an AI chat bot to take your order. This is just the way that progression of technology will work. And it will slowly, day by day, week by week, ilk its way into your daily life. Whether you accept it, you will slowly recognize it just as part of how it works. Now, when I call up my bank, there's no reason for me to speak to a teller for 5 minutes of my interaction. I don't know if I ever need to. The world that we deal with is changing fast.
Absolutely. Very fast.
It's startling.
For Dungeons and Dragons, this thing's amazing.
But what I was saying,
my
Solar,
goodness. I mean, Matt, you could ask ChatGPT. If not ChatGPT, you could ask Midjourney or Dolly to create you a small 100-meter by 100-meter battle map, including orcs and emplacements. Like, there's so much that we can do with this type of stuff as an extra way to interact with each other. And that's what this is to me. My cousin's starting a small business in Connecticut, and he asked me, Pat, what are some good names? Can you think of a couple of good names? So I typed into ChatGPT 10 good names for a small business about home renovations and improvements on your property. And boy, he was thrilled. So was I. Now, I've used this for a couple of shorts titles on YouTube, getting over 1,000 views on each one.
I'm gonna say that I think you're all mistaken if you don't think that AI will either replace or enhance whatever it is that you do on this planet. Right? And if you're not, and what I'm saying is, if you're not learning prompt engineering right now at the leading edge of this, and somebody else is that can, so even if AI itself doesn't replace you, somebody that can utilize AI better than you can come get your job.
Oh, 100%. So I have to be very open. I represent myself as a person. I am Patrick Pipitone. I work for the Vermont DMV. Part of my job can easily be replaced by giant white monoliths and a good interaction technology with the general public. As you can see here, Matt has just requested code in Java.
And it freaking writes it in front of you and then explains the code.
Yeah.
And then you could be like, can you make the D20 show a picture of the result?
You should ask it if it can. You should ask if it could translate from Android to iOS, and then put your code in there.
Oh, there we go. So now it's going to give an example of. I've already done that. This is just more of a for the chat.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that this is a revolution coming. This is tinfoil hat Bob all the way.
Oh,
but
no,
it was
Bob. This
this is
is
coming.
not
This is
tinfoil.
definitely coming.
This is not tinfoil. This is poker dealer hat. This is that, hey, there's money on the fucking table right here. That's what this is. This isn't tinfoil. This is that,
I
you've
see
got
what it's
that
doing.
clear
It's-
green visor. You're ready. You see that there is shit coming up.
That's a text version of a dice. I see.
Yeah.
I was wondering what he was doing, and I'm like, what are these
It's
boxes?
ASCII dice.
Yeah,
Now-
I
Now,
see.
Matt, can you do me a favor? Down
Yeah.
in the bottom, ask it, my mother is dying. What should I do about it?
A lot of those responses will be like, I'm an AI model. I can't do anything, but what I can do is suggest blah blah blah.
I saw it. At any rate, I mean, I don't want to make the whole show about AI, but I was just pointing out that look, this is going to be part of Magic for sure. There's no doubt about it.
It's an emotional time, but there are things that you can do to support your mother and help her through the process. Here are some suggestions, and then it just sits there and rattles off. Just
So
things
one
you
of
can
the
do.
things,
You know what? The
I
fact you
follow
point
a
this
lot
out,
of
I think a lot of people would be far better served by talking to Chat GPT than hopping on content creator shows and asking in the chat, what do you think about this when you're having real issues and you need real help?
That was actually one of the points I just wanted to make. Was
almost
help me make a better budget.
I actually follow a lot of self-help and mental health channels, and just in general, I personally have a lot of problems I'm trying to deal with. And one of the things a lot of people have talked about recently is that AI chatbots actually have a higher help rate than some help lines.
You know what? I want to address what Solar God has there. Dude, you're way behind. They already exist.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
do you guys? Okay, so I want to show something.
and let me just tell you what one of the most real world recent this week that was literally on the news. They have AI robot tanks right now in Ukraine that they're releasing on the battlefield this week. Okay, that are autonomous. That is AI. They're shooting down drones. They're meant to be tank killers. That's what's supposed to. So they exist, and they're becoming prolific everywhere. Do not kid yourself.
I love this comment. AI can't replace a soul. One of my favorite things is, what is a soul? I mean, don't get me wrong. This isn't really the right forum. I'm doing a whole separate thing, and we'll discuss that in a whole separate place. But what is a soul? I've seen so many bodies on display, and I have never seen a soul. I've never heard of one's weighed. I've never seen one in a jar. What is a soul? Where do you acquire one? Can I get an extra? What do I pay for one? What is it worth?
I'm going to refrain from that whole conversation. I'm just saying, hey, this is Bob saying, be on the lookout, be wise. The only thing that I'm recommending is that you start Googling and start learning, just for the people that can hear the sound of my voice, that, hey, this is coming. I'm an old guy that's hoping to ride the pine for the next 10 years and, make it to retirement before it becomes a requirement. Right. Just like when I first started in the professional workforce, not even first started, when I just like 15 years ago, maybe a little more than that. And I come from the generation where, you had a paper copy of your resume that you took around to places. And when I came here to Ohio and I went to Cisco to drop off my resume after getting my bachelor's degree, and they said,
the paper company or the food company?
The tech company.
The tech company for networking.
And they said, there's no place for me to even give this resume to. You have to go online, right? And trying to get plane tickets and shit, like doing that over the phone, good luck. Like the world has changed in that way, and this is something else that is changing. And I don't care if you're digging ditches. I don't care if you're a police officer. I don't care if you're a singer. I don't care if you're a software developer. I don't care if you're a CEO.
What about stripper?
Even a stripper. I'll bet you if you
Well,
ask
on that note,
ChatGPT,
Matt,
hey, how
what
can I be a
about
better
content?
stripper? How can I more effectively manage my time, my
I'm
money?
definitely going to ask, how can I be a better
Matt,
stripper?
pull that shit up.
Sure.
Put it in share screen. I want to see
Okay.
that shit
and
so
understand
bad.
that this is a very infant version of where AI is going to go. If you don't think they're going to be AIs that are far more specialized in a field, whether it be a medical AI or a music AI, or AI is not just going to be everything everywhere all at once. They're going to
I love
specialize
it.
just like we do.
Dude, I love that it starts off with I'm an AI. Here's at least 7 answers.
I don't endorse or encourage illegal or unethical behavior. However,
Yeah.
here's 5 steps to become a better
Okay,
dancer.
this is all I'm saying.
I'm not,
you
but
can
if I
laugh.
were a whore, here are 5 steps.
Now think about this. Now let's think about this. Let's be real. Let's be objective, right? Dispassionate and objective about the response here. The number one thing: physical fitness, maintain a healthy diet, exercise regularly to keep in shape. And if you don't think guys like to see better in shape chicks while they're dancing, and
dude.
tip
So
better,
I'll be honest. We're almost an hour in. If I'm watching porn, I don't want a guy that looks like me. I want some young, fit dude with a big, thick pipe, right? Same thing when I'm looking at the chicks. I want some beautiful, peak physique kind of stuff. Something that does not represent either the people I have or could ever be with. So this is just an extension of, hey, this is wild shit that we're dealing with. This isn't.
So I'm just saying, be aware. This is going to be pervasive. It's going to be ubiquitous. It's going to be everywhere. And it doesn't matter if you think your job is safe. Oh, then you're going to be one of the ones that gets caught completely unaware, and you will be replaced. You will be the weakest link. Goodbye. That's all I'm saying about AI.
Yeah.
But AI does not mean it's automatically going to replace you. If you work with it, if you meld with it, just like with anybody that has tech skills. Let me just put it this way. So a lot of people say, oh, you know what? I don't need to learn English. I don't need to be good at English. I don't need to be more better at that. Yes, you do. It doesn't matter what you do in life. If you want to do better in life, and I don't care if it goes from, like I said, digging ditches or slinging garbage, the better you communicate, it's a fact. The better you communicate, no matter what your job is, the more opportunity you have for advancement. If you understand the world around you better, if you know more words and you can understand what people are saying, rather than this or that word sliding by you and you just didn't catch what it meant in the conversation, then you get sort of left out of opportunities and you don't even realize it. If you don't think so, try to listen to it. I've interviewed a lot of people, right? And there's a guy applying for a technical position, and immediately turned us off the second we introduced ourselves. I went into the meeting with my boss. He wanted me in there to help vet the guy out on. It was a phone interview, and the first thing he says, hey, I'm so and so. My boss was like, hey, I'm so and so. I'm calling you this morning in regards to a position that you're trying to seek at our company. How are you doing this morning? And he says, I'm all right. It's like, damn, dude.
Whoa, hold on.
You're getting a callback.
Damn,
poor
son.
communication skills there. And then we asked another guy on a different interview, so, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What is it that you want to do with your career? And he said, I want to do stuff. Literally, those are the words he said. I want to do stuff.
Yeah, well, he's wearing one of those fucking
thank God for that,
rugs.
that we were paying you to do stuff.
I want to do stuff. And, so, one of the interesting
Neither one of those guys got the job, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Because
I've been
poor
working with
communication
my department has been working with a consulting firm that hires pretty much right out of college, and most of them are in their.
I think we lost that.
Oh,
well, you guys are talking, and I'm kind of like.
He's in this awesome.
I'm
Chat
demonstrating
GPT
how
hole.
crazy of a tool this could be for a game developer. Say you're playing Path of Exile as a game developer, and you want to create the next league. I just said, let's create a new league for Path of Exile, and it's sure, and it just spat out.
Here's something different.
Just here's a league mechanic, and here's the gameplay mechanics, and here's the incentives. And then I'm like, what are some new crafting materials for the league?
All right, for whatever it is you're going to do, I want to talk about what I was. Oh, hold on. I want to talk about how do you make
Oh,
prompt engineering better.
Matt, can you do me a favor, Matt? Ask the Chat GPT what is Disney Lorcana impact on other trading card games.
What will be Disney? But at any rate, you take your queries and you make them better. That's what
I
prompt
love
engineering
this shit.
is.
Like,
Learn
we
how
could
to do it
spend
better.
hours doing this, and I would love that as a stream. Like, I'm more interested in Chat GPT than Magic the Gathering's current product line.
You're misspelling Lorcana by a lot.
How many N's is in it?
Oh, there's not. It's not Lorcana. It's Lorcana.
Lorcana?
There you
like
go.
That?
Lorcana. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then here's your friggin' answer.
What did you want me to ask it about Lorcana?
Me? No, I'm just saying.
Pat asked me specifically something about
What
Lorcana.
will Lorcana's impact on other trading card games be?
I don't know if it knows what Lorcana even is.
Right.
It does.
Chat GPT was made with information based up until 2021, so it might not.
Oh, it actually doesn't know what Lorcana. Oh, I typed it wrong again.
But it would not be surprising if it was unfamiliar with the product line because of its information learning model. Yeah, it doesn't know what it is. Bob, I cut you off a little bit. And since MTG Dual Brain started his stream, we have almost no other viewers. So please, you have a near open platform right now.
I'm good.
Yes, Skynet is now a stripper. Oh, DJ.
Well, I wonder if because I've told it what Lorcana is, I wonder if I ask what is Lorcana, if it now knows what Lorcana is. Oh, it does. It's learning.
It's learning.
Oh, now it's just making shit up.
Well, that's one of the things I've dealt with so far as dealing with AI chatbots is even though it will expressively tell you an answer with all sorts of certainty, it might be completely wrong. Sometimes, and I've tried this once or twice, if you ask what is heavier, 1 pound of concrete or 1 pound of feathers, sometimes AI chatbots will give you some very vehement answers, even though they are super wrong.
Since we have no viewers, we might as well play.
Oh yeah, let's fuck around. Yeah.
I'm sure one of the viewers is the lovely Miss Sherry Vegas, so she won't mind either way. Yeah, it's unfortunate when you cross streams with other content creators. I did want to share, but it doesn't matter now since we have no viewers. That I've been sharing a screen since we started the show.
I wasn't sure when you wanted me to add it because I've had a terrible tendency to do it very early. Yo, what up, Lance? I guess I don't count for lurking. Well, so if you don't pull out your gherkin,
chanced to cross this this weekend. I brought my mother over for the weekend, and I was going for the $14,000 one because that was what I knew to be the highest sold one back in November. And then surprise, surprise, holy shit, there's one that just sold last week for $19,000. So there's definitely interest in these jokers, and there's only 300 of each card, by the way.
Right?
I did learn
because
that.
they were.
Yeah, we
and that's something that I wanted to talk to you guys, specifically you two, about this. I don't know anybody else going to Gen Con 2023, which
I think Lance is, right? Lance, aren't you going?
Bro, Lance, if you're not going, you're going to fucking miss out.
What, Indianapolis?
Lance lives in Indianapolis or near there.
Now, this being Gen Con, as it is such a big event, I am, as far as full understanding goes, the release of physical product for Lorcana. Now, if so, I want to get me some of this kind of shit. Some of these premier products that they only hand out.
So we're not going to have these. This is a very exclusive D23. If you look, even on the bottom of the cards,
Yep.
They say D23 promo. I hope they have
I look for it, Lance. I'm gonna put you on my shoulders. I'm gonna carry you around, and I want to get at least one shot like that.
But
I don't know what it is about Lorcana.
You don't give a shit.
I just don't care.
Yeah, no, it's
so
totally,
don't buy it then,
dude.
Like I'm not saying you should.
love that. That's one of the things I love about this, like, cardboard conversations, like the three talking heads, and how often you and I, Matt, are just like completely different, and hearing you and Bob just be totally off base with each other, and it's like, I don't know, I'm in the middle ground.
Well, here's the problem: is I don't know
Yeah.
why I don't care. There's something. There's just I don't know. Maybe because the hype.
You have this
I have this, like,
contrarian
anti-hype thing.
cards should have no value stance when it comes to collectibles.
No card should be worth $19,000, in my opinion.
Okay.
Not a single one in the world. I don't care about Black Lotus. I think the reserve list should be obliterated so we can actually have, affordable Black Lotuses. No card should be unobtainable for a person that makes good money. Like, yeah, I could buy this $19,000 promo set, but like, it should not be worth a car. Like,
I feel
a
that.
fucking piece of card.
And you know what my
Dude,
brother says?
yeah.
No car should be worth $19,000, and he only buys like $3,000 cars because they get them from point A to point B. They're not real sexy, so
Right.
why buy a $50,000 350Z?
What about a debit card with 20K on it?
No card. No plastic.
No car should be worth that much either.
Yeah,
People will say these things.
Metro.
No house
Yeah.
should be worth 30 million. No boat should be worth
True.
100 million.
Yep.
No plane
Yo.
should be worth 200
Yo,
million.
Fuck that
No
noise,
no
though.
jewelry should be worth more than $10. It's just a rock.
I
Yeah,
100.
exactly.
So I grew
Okay,
up
and
as
that's where you stand, right? But
I
the reality
disagree
is,
so hard. Like
I'm
I grew up. Yeah, man, I grew up poor as fuck. There are some houses that are worth $30 million. Goddamn right. It's got 13 bathrooms, 20 bedrooms. It's got a sauna, a pool. It comes with a fucking tiger. Yeah, that shit's worth $20 million. Damn right. It should be. Like,
20 cents.
okay, but this is where you start getting into, we're way off topic here with anything about this, but when you start talking about things that are worth things, people have been attaching value to things since the beginning of time. Whether they're handcrafted seashells that they've been passing around from one to another, things have value, whether you think they should or shouldn't, right? And what it does is that's what drives people to go out and achieve more, do more. It's what stirs the engine of progress.
yeah.
It really does. If you don't think so, go look at like socialist and communist countries.
Right.
They don't have the best record of progress in making more and better chatbots because, it doesn't matter how hard they work or what they can achieve because they're stuck.
That's
right?
one of my biggest problems with the Star Trek and Star Trek universe in particular is I think greed in a certain way helps people because it drives.
Absolutely.
I want more.
Let me ask you this.
There's one
Where's
person
the best healthcare in the world?
best healthcare in the world? Norway?
I have no idea.
Right here in the United States, and why?
Privatized healthcare. You can pay more,
Thank you.
get better. Yeah.
Doctors get paid more. And guess where the doctors that are any good go?
Well, as far as
Sorry,
privatized,
that's just the way shit works, folks.
As far as privatized healthcare, if you're talking about like general health for everybody who lives there, it's not the U.S.
No, I'm not talking about our standard of health. I'm talking about health care. The ability, if you got a bent herwanger, where are you going to go to get the guy that's best at fixing it? Right here.
Or Thailand.
Mexico.
Thailand. Yeah, Thailand's like a really good spot for a lot of shit too.
So at any rate, I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and argue why cards should or shouldn't have value. They just do. I can prove it to you.
Yeah,
just by
that's
what's
a
on the
whole
screen.
separate thing.
They have
yeah.
perceived value.
No, they have value. It's proof on the screen here, Matt. These are sold listings,
I
not
don't
wish
believe
lists.
these listings are real.
I don't believe any of this.
I really don't believe these are real. Just like I don't believe half the eBay listings that were faked on Magic 30. Half of those weren't real either. So these are very easily faked. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying that there's a possibility. They're fairly high as well.
That's a very big conspiracy theory, and there's all kinds of legal implications by what you're saying. And I would bet these are all real because they do end up in court.
I don't. I bet you half of the Magic 30 sales were fake, at least, because of all the hype that it got, and that, or not the hype, the attention that it got. And it's been proven.
I don't know why you say that because they sell like all the time on TCG Player and here on eBay.
Were fake. There's been multiples that were proven that they were fake, that they were bid up and they did not sell. For that price.
Sure. I'm sure that
That's
people
bid
up their own thing,
that these are
and they spent their own money and then wasted the transaction fees and the taxes.
Well, they just can't. They just don't pay. I don't know. I just, it could be great. It could be. I just don't see a world where these are worth this much. I mean, yes, Disney name, I guess. It's just ridiculous.
Okay, I mean, that is perfectly within your right to believe those things. It doesn't make it any more true. I'm going to believe things on the surface until you can show me definitive proof that they're not.
One of the things I am super looking forward to for Gen Con 2023 is exposure to all sorts of new stuff.
I'm ready to play, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you want to do some Commander raids, do you? Huh?
I've already got a hand.
Oh, he's already got a hand. I mean, I got two of them. Matt,
I also have two hands.
Are you looking to do some play tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can go ahead and get that going.
We can still chat while we're playing. I mean,
absolutely.
We don't even have to stop the stream.
No, by no stretch. I am going to stop my camera.
We haven't figured out the tech yet with the banana to get our voices. I guess it doesn't matter because we're all in stream.
I don't know what the hell you mean about banana.
It's a thing.
I don't know. I don't know it.
It's a plug-in suite for OBS to try and help to get everybody's voice software to work correctly. We were having
it's in
some
order to
issues.
redirect OBS's audio output to StreamYard.
Why is it? What? Right.
So for those of you just tuning in, if you don't want to watch us play some Commander raids, now would be the time to go catch Dual Brain over on Dual Brain's channel.
Oh, God. Ed, with his great voice and his good opinions, I hate how wonderful of a creator he is. It just...
I know.
It's
such a good
God,
dude.
it feels like I'm carrying large groceries out of the store. Ah, what a guy, this guy.
But we'll try to entertain you.
Do I not entertain you? This is upside down as shit, and you can, for some reason, see sort of my face.
There we go. I changed my. Oh, it's still, yeah, we're still good. I changed my setup on down here where I can get closer, and I can also I can increase the height and whatnot. So I can actually get in a full screen here. Should also be easier to see the cards as well.
Why do you?
Right. So I'm going to stop sharing this Lorcana. And for anybody about Lorcana or Magic of any kind, complete bundles doesn't matter. You should only engage with any product that you're comfortable engaging with, and only buy as much as is healthy and good for you. I think your screen is backwards, Matt.
Maybe.
Is your commander on your left-hand side or right?
It's on the right.
There you go. Pat, you're upside down.
Dude, you're lucky you don't see my fucking nose right now, Bob.
I thought he was going to say nuts.
No. I'm wearing pants.
I'm lucky
shit.
for not seeing both of those things.
The things you're lucky for not seeing right now.
But yeah, if I really wanted to, look at this. I can get really, really down in there. Although it doesn't appear. Oh, I can just do this.
These nuts.
Ooh.
No, I mean, I don't ever encourage buying things you're not comfortable buying.
What does comfortability have to do with anything?
What? Huh?
Well, he's using the word comfort, and I don't understand why he's using the word comfort. I'm not uncomfortable buying the product. I don't want it. And for some
Okay, then don't
reason,
buy it.
I have this like I don't know. I can't even explain why I don't want it.
What's
And I
that?
bet you when I bought those Commander Legends boxes for $220, you would have been like, "You're paying $220 for a box, dude. You're stupid." And now they're an
I've
easy
never said that about a
$500.
Magic product. That's what they go for. That's the standard.
Not really back
what
then.
deck would
Collector
you
boxes were
guys
new.
like me to play? I got Kaikar, I got Edric, I got Slivers.
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm playing the
Play-
new.
Play whatever you're comfortable playing.
What am I comfortable playing? Bob, I love all of these decks.
He just wants us to be comfortable.
I'm going Slivers.
I'm playing my new Yarok deck. I haven't actually gotten a chance to play this yet.
Going Slivers. I got Zealed Slivers. Cool. Wrath of God and Damnation don't really go in this deck anymore. Or replace
You know what
them
you
with
could put in that deck?
Basics.
Beyond that?
I was running
Secret
33
Rendezvous.
base. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Secret Rendezvous.
Sure as shit can.
Anything. It's a fucking 5-color Morophon Sliver deck. Anything.
Well,
I
being
could put
able to
any-
draw 3 cards for 3 mana, that's not too bad.
I mean, I could put Horn of Greed in here, and it would be beneficial. Fucking Font of
Beneficial
Mythos.
for all of us. I have no
Yeah.
group hug in this.
He's not hugging. He's not drugging. Bob's so boring this round.
No.
I don't have an amazing hand, but it's got 4 lands and a bird, so I guess I'm gonna keep it.
I say we simplify things and just go in the order that we're on the screen.
Sure. For those of you who aren't
I do
aware, we're going to be
not.
playing in a format that we've created called Commander Raids. It's designed where you're cooperative. You're playing with each other, and you're trying to fight a monster that you pick. There's 3 different difficulties. Currently, we are testing the version 0.3 of the Commander Raids baseline version. And
Do you have the app up?
I don't have the app with the. I mean, I don't have the app with the new rules.
What?
I don't have the app with the 0.3 rule set. It's still on version 2 or 0.2.
What happened to the version 3 one?
It's never been on the app. It's always been on the document. Until we like say check, it's good to go. I'm not going to put it on the app.
Oh.
I can do it. It's not hard to do at all to update it. It's just I don't 100% know that we have enough playtest data to say it's good. I've played it a lot, but so far I think it's great. But I wanted to give it a little bit more time.
I don't have the document for version 3. I only have the document for version 2 available right now. So whichever one you guys want to do, I am ready.
Yeah, where is
for.
version 3?
It's not in a document. I can paste the copy pasta of it.
Yeah, paste it all over my
Can you
face.
just copy paste it in current iteration?
That ain't gonna look right. Not the current iteration. That's the problem.
Okay. You paste it somewhere?
I can give us the link.
Yeah, do that.
I just didn't want to post it with. I mean, I can give it. I have the version 3 document written. I just haven't distributed it yet.
Okay.
Where do you want this posted?
I don't know, private chat or whatever.
I can do it.
No,
I'll do it in
there.
StreamYard. Here we go. Boom. And then let me make sure that the permissions are correct. Anyone with the link is a viewer. Yep.
Yeah, I got right in.
And then the only one that's updated is the baseline. I need to go back through and update the other 2 difficulties.
Cool.
Kind of adjust them for the difficult or the difficulty choice.
Okay, good shit. I got a solid hand. You guys ready to rock?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, draw for turn. I'm gonna play Thriving Isle, choosing black as my other color, opposite of blue, and pass turn.
All right, draw. I'll play a Swamp Ass.
That's a good draw. I'll play a Misty Rainforest. I'll crack that for a land that allows me to play a bird and pass.
Noise. Round 1 complete. Untap, draw for turn. It's another island. That's whatever. I'm gonna play a forest, and then I will tap for a blue and play Ponder. Top 3 cards. Put them back in any order. Draw a card. I'll go ahead. I'll do this. Then I draw that card and pass my turn.
All right, I'll draw. And I will play. I'll play a Plains, tap both, and play a Keen Duelist and pass the turn.
Interesting.
If you're not familiar.
That's a good one.
Oh, nice.
Do Scalding Tarns and pass.
Okay, that brings us to the end of round 2.
Yep.
So who wants the
I'll roll it.
raid monster? There we go.
19. Exile your graveyard and lose 2 life. Boss gains 6. It's 81.
So I've lost 3 life so far. And we'll go 4 life. Crack this fetch land. After it.
Wonderful. So I'll untap, do my draw phase. It's more land. How could I love it anymore? I don't know if I could. Since I'm kind of chilling, I think I'll throw out, an island. Since I got Thriving Isle as a black, I will put out Hibernation Sliver. And I'll go ahead and pass turn at that.
I will untap the beginning of my upkeep. Keen Duelist triggers. The boss loses 3 life.
Boop, boop. 78.
Is it 78? I will put that in my hand. I will draw for turn. I'll play another Swamp, tap 3, and I will put a Bastion of Remembrance into play, creating a 1/1 white human token, which I don't have immediately handy. I'll get that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and swing for 2 more. Boss is at 76. I will pass the turn. I'm going to get my 1/1 token.
That means you are up, Matt.
Yep. I'll play a Field of the Dead. And then I'll pass.
Okay.
Turn 3 for the boss. Who wants to roll?
I got one right here. Might as well go ahead and throw that bad boy out. And we have a 13.
Defenders. The 2/1/1s.
That is correct.
And we're also provoked.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, Let's untap, do that draw phase. Okay, let's keep that separate then, shall we? I'll go ahead, throw down. My turn is going to be Terramorphic Expanse. I'll deal with that a little bit later. Tap out a green and my Thriving Isle for Venom Sliver. Slivers I control have Death Touch. That's sort of whatever as far as what I'm doing. Since I have to attack, what I'll do is attack with my 2/2, and as they declare blockers, I will pay 1 blue to unsummon their blocker, turning it down to 1/1/1, not killing my little guy.
All right.
And at the end of my turn, I'll crack Terramorphic Expanse, grabbing out a red and pass turn.
All right. I will untap. At the beginning of my upkeep, I will reveal a swamp. Put it in my hand for the Keen Duelist. I will draw for turn. I will... Sorry. So... doesn't really matter. I am going to culling the weak on my human token, giving me 4 floating black. I'm going to tap 1 white and play Ravos, swing with the Keen Duelist, taking out the other flyer. And as each of those dies, I gain 1 life for each, and the opponent loses 1 life for each. So I'm back at 40, and the boss loses 2 more.
74.
And it's down to 74. I pass the turn.
There,
Oh, I didn't play a land for turn. Sorry. I'll play
Underground Sea. And I'll play Yarok. And pass.
Okay.
I'll roll the first one here.
Yeah, we're on
18. Exile the graveyard.
Oh, no. That's so bad. I hate you. And we lose
4. And it gains 12.
86.
86.
What was in your graveyard that mattered?
I wanted to get my Keen Duelist back. And Bravo should have done that with my next upkeep.
I see.
Well, Bob, why don't you roll our next die? See what we get.
Oh, it went off screen.
Oh, roll it again.
9. Until next turn, you can only draw 1. Play 1.
Draw 1, play 1. Okie dokes. Okay, untaps. Do my draw. Well, my play 1 for turn is going to be Temple of Epiphany, coming in tapped, Scryland, Realmwalker. I'll leave that shit right where it's at. Cool. Shit is what shit is. Everything's open at this point. Darn tootin'. I'm going to go ahead and swing in for 3. Bringing that bad beast of a raid monster down to 83. And I'll pass my turn over to you, Bob.
All right. I'll untap. Draw for turn. All right. That's enough with the lands. Seriously. All right. I will tap all 4, playing a Felidar Retreat. I'll go ahead and put a Phyrexian Tower into play, creating a Cat Beast token. I'll swing for 2. Pass turn.
Awesome. Down to 81.
Draw. Interesting. I drew a card that makes us have to think about the rules.
Uh-oh.
How does this handle the boss monster's ability?
What's that?
Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. It's casting spells. How does that work? Is that just a reroll?
Yeah, that's a counter, right?
It's sort of a counter, but not really. It's definitely a gray
We'll
area.
just call it a reroll for this and move on.
Yeah. That's how I would play it.
All right, I'm going to only one spell, one draw. So I guess the best thing I can do is
Subtlety will work the same way.
I'll play a Serac the Arc Lich. It'll trigger twice because of Yara. I'll go into the Lost Mines of Phandelver twice. So I'll scry one and then create a treasure token. I'll keep that on top. Treasure token, and then I'm gonna hit it for. Oh, this bounces back to my hand because I haven't completed anything. And then I'll hit the raid monster for 3.
78.
Now I'm dead.
That brings us to the end of round 5. We're looking for 2 dice rolls. I got a D20 right here. I got a 3. For each opponent, destroy target legendary permanent with the highest convert mana cost.
Yep, Yark down.
I don't has that. Who else wants to roll one?
Next one is 10. Sacrifice all tokens.
Also don't has that.
I had a treasure, so that's gone.
Sorry.
All right,
guys.
so the boss loses 2 more life, and I gain 2 more.
Boop boop. 76.
Oh, I never played my land for turn.
Okay. If you guys are ready, I'll go ahead and start my turn.
Yep.
Untaps, draw for turn. Let's go ahead, throw out Blight Climb Pathway. Is that 6? Not too shabby. I'll tap out 3 for Realm Walker. I choose Slivers. I can look top card in my library anytime. I can play Slivers off the top of my library. I will go ahead at this point, swing out for 3 and bring that down to 73 and pass over turn.
I'll untap. Draw. I will also play a Bright Climb Pathway, creating another
look at
Cat
you.
Beast token. And I will tap 4. To play Solemn Simulacrum, going and getting another Plains, and I will pass the turn.
And draw.
Oh wait, right? It's benefit, right? Yeah, and creates another Cat Beast token.
All right. So I have a card that's pretty sick. I'm gonna be playing Alurin. It's an enchantment. Any player may play a creature card with total casting cost 3 or less whenever he or she could play an instant and without paying its mana cost.
Huh. I like that.
So there's a cool little combination that I have going on right now. So with a Serac, I can play him as many times as I want for free, and I can go through any dungeon I want as many times as I want, as long as I don't complete the Tomb of Annihilation.
So you win.
No.
Yes.
What's the raid monster's life at?
It doesn't matter. You can play it
73.
infinitely and make it. You gain 1, he loses 1. There's a choice. Your next choice.
I have to draw a card every time I do that.
70.
So
76.
I need to have more cards in my library than life.
76.
I have him at 73 because I did 3 damage last round.
1, 2, 3,
This
4,
round.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 80.
More than enough.
80 left? Yeah, there's 80. Okay, so yeah, that is the win.
Totes.
So I go through the Lost Mine of Fendelver 73 times. I drain
Yeah,
it
right.
1 and it loses 1.
That sounds like an isekai right there. I go through this dungeon over and over.
83
yeah.
times and I level up.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite anime is Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I leveled up my defense, and it's something like that. Where it's like I just let monsters attack me over and over until I got unbeatable. Yeah, so it's like I do the dungeon 83 times.
I just watched a new anime called Love After World Domination.
Ooh.
I didn't think that I would like it because the very first episode is very cheesy / corny, but in a very good way, and which is surprising. Like they did everything the perfect way. Like they start off with like this couple, they're like sitting and they're having like a breakfast or whatever, or a picnic in the park, and you hear like a bunch of fighting in the background. And you're like, what the hell's going on? Like explosions and shit. And they're just having like a good old time.
Yeah.
And they're like blushing and like, oh, this is so crazy. And I thought like, most animes, they go like the girl and the guy, they know they like each other, but they don't like follow their, like in their head, they're saying like, oh, I wish I could date this guy, blah, 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 blah. Well, in this one, they actually do it. So that's cool. I like that they actually like follow through with the thoughts in their head. But they're supposed to be, they're star-crossed lovers. The one chick, she's the Reaper princess, and she's part of the bad guys, and the other guy's he's the hero. He's the leader of the main group called the Gelato 5. All of their attacks are based on gelato flavors. It's so stupid, but it actually is really good. I would say it's probably in my top 15 anime, maybe even top 10.
Ooh.
I binge watched the shit out of it. It was good.
Yeah. Do I keep this hand? Is it worth it? Let me work it.
Ooh, this hand is
No,
spicy.
I don't keep this hand. This hand, I keep. I keep this hand. This is a good hand. I play this hand. Okay, I'm ready to play some magic. Who else is with me?
I am ready to party.
Nope.
Well, Bob, let's go ahead. Have you get ready. Now, Matt, is there anything in particular for Gen Con 2023 you're looking forward to? Tell me something you want to see when we get down there.
You know, it's kind of funny. I've reserved the hotel. I've bought the tickets. I have no idea what's going to be there.
Well, that's because they haven't announced the exhibitions yet.
I don't even know what to expect. I just know that I've never been to a Gen Con and I want to go to a Gen Con.
It's going to be pretty overwhelming. There's going to be so much to do that it's hard to pick that out, to be quite honest with you.
Known me to be overwhelmed.
Okay.
It's not very often. I think I'm going to have a great time with friends, and that's all I really care about.
Well, I mean, the three of us just palling around is going to be a good time, and my daughter's coming.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it, and the same thing, love the family aspect of it, but I'm certainly looking at hanging around with you guys,
I hear
there'll be all kinds of
be there.
board games, but one of the things that you'll want to do, if you care about value of anything at all, I was surprised when I went to Gen Con last time, and you go from booth to booth and check shit out, and you get the promos. That's what I'm mostly after when I'm there. It's the promos, man. That's why it's so important to be there as early as possible on day one. Ship your badge so you just get, in there as fast as possible. I don't want to wait in line at like 5 a.m. to get in, but you want to get there on day one.
I'm not paying $15 for them to ship my badge. I can go get it. It's fine.
Oh, you're going to be waiting for hours.
No, it's just like the previous one. You can go a day ahead of time and get it. That's my plan, at least.
I don't plan on being there a day early.
I reserved my hotel in a way that I can't be there a day early, but I think I might add a day in front of it to be there a day early. Because I've never been to Indianapolis. I kind of want to like see if there's anything in the city, check it out.
It's kind of a cool vibe down there. It's a very like
Yeah, that
I
would be cool,
figured.
man. Like
carnival-ish
I
atmosphere.
haven't bought my plane tickets yet, and I think it would be kind of cool to hang out. So I've been thinking about like I I got the Monday off afterwards. So it's like I could kind of hang around even though the hotel reservations we have so far expire. Like I could get extra
I think I can
ones.
change them. I could probably call them
Oh
up
shit!
and either add a day in front or add a day behind.
This is gonna go badly.
My
Damn,
hand's
Bob.
pretty fire, but it's well. See, here's the problem. My hand's so fire that I can play turn 1
Excuse me.
Marsh Flats into Arcane Signet, or Marsh Flats into Soul
Yeah,
Ring.
you know, we'll just go
Arcane
with it.
Signet,
Let's go.
then turn 2
Yeah.
Farseek and land, but then I don't really do anything else. So I don't know.
I got some.
I actually can't play any cards in my hand with if I keep this, but I'll go. I'll play it.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm drawn for turn. I will play Path of Ancestry and pass.
So the last time I went to Gen Con, I went around and got a bunch of the promos, the exclusives. Man, some of that shit I saw on eBay, just like, you know, a card you get for free. And then, you know, you look on eBay and holy shit, this game I've never heard of
Yeah.
is like $60. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah, that's one of the
Yeah, this
things,
is bad.
like, as
got worse.
far as Lorcana and
And
Gen
I will
Con
play
2023.
Seraph Sanctuary and gain a life.
Ooh, look at you go. I
Master.
think you're up, Matt. Yeah. I'm looking forward to some of the very specific releases
got
that we'll
Triumph
get
Pass.
at that. Ooh,
I don't know if Lorcana's going to have one. I hope so, but I'm not. You know, they didn't announce that they will, and unless they do,
Untap.
I'm going to say that they don't. They're just giving you early access. That I do know. We're going to have earlier access than LGSs, but you know how that goes. LGSs are like supposedly, you know, not supposed to get product, and we've seen, you know, Phyrexia all be one for 2 weeks now.
Land for turn. I'll do Mossfire Valley. I will tap.
Are people actually opening it?
into Mossfire
What?
Valley.
All will be
for,
one?
All of you one, yeah.
Hunter Sliver.
Oh yeah, they've been opening it
And
for like.
I'll pass over to you, Bob.
I was surprised when I saw the complete bundles being opened because those aren't even releasing until the end of this month. I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
Right.
Joy, I'll play an Ancient Tomb and pass.
All right. Not what I want to see, but I'll take it.
Yeah, reminds me of my last girlfriend.
All right. So I guess I'll go. Do I even care? I don't even know if I want to like ramp at all. Like I'll ramp, but I'll ramp in a safer way. Yeah, because I don't want it to kill my artifacts. So I'll Farseek and pass. Because I'm not really ramping into anything. I have nothing to ramp into.
Brings us to the end of round 2. Who wants to roll the first die?
I'll roll it. 6. Raid monster gains 10.
10 life.
85. Not too crazy. So far, so good. So what I'm going to do, I'll untap, do the draw phase. Oh, yeah. Do the Savai Triumph phase. I will go ahead, tap out 2 for Gemhide Sliver. And on top of that, I think the best thing to do, go ahead, attack for 1. First blood. Bring that bitch down to 84. Get some. 84. And I'll pass over to Bob.
And I'll pitch a Segovian Angel and pass turn.
Ooh, look at that. He's so efficient.
Oh. Marsh Flats. Soul Ring. I'll crack the Marsh Flats. For Bayou. And then I'll play Yarok and pass.
Ooh, look at him go. So that right there brings us to the end of round 3. Bob, you want to go ahead and roll us up?
7. Raid monster gains 10 life.
Ooh, 94.
Is that a D12?
This?
No, the blue one that you just rolled.
No.
All right. It looks small.
I've heard that before. So I'll untap, I'll
Okay,
draw.
yeah.
Let's go ahead, throw down that forest for turn 1, 2, 3, 4 lands, 5, 6 if I tap all that shit. Let's see.
It's a legit 20-sided die rather than one of the larger spin downs.
Yeah. I guess I'm just holding like these big ass.
That's a spin down, right?
Yeah, that one is. This one's a real D20. This one's
Yeah, I thought I saw. Are you sure?
This one is.
Thought I saw. What's on the? No, that's not a real D20. That's.
Yes, it is. Look, there's 22-8. Like, there's no way to spin down from 20.
I'm going to tap out 2 for anticipate. Top
This is
3
the Adventure of the
cards in
Forgotten Realm one. They made
library,
sure this
put
was a
one in
normal
my
D20.
hand,
This
and
one's
the rest
a
in the
spin
bottom
down.
in any order. Ooh, I'll put Soul Ring in my hand, the rest in the bottom.
I don't know why people say that they don't roll the same way as a 20
It's
sided.
5% chance no matter what it is.
Yeah, right? It feels like sort of bullshit when people say,
You have just as much chance of rolling one side as another.
right? Go ahead and just suck my balls. I'll tap a Savai for, I don't know, black, and play Soul Ring. I will go ahead, tap the Soul Ring for 2, and Hunter Sliver for a black, play Siphon Sliver, and I will go ahead and attack for 1 and gain 1 life. So it's down to 93, and I am up to 41. Yeah, that's right. Be worried. And I pass it over to Bob. Tap my sliver like it was a land.
And I will pitch. I'll pitch Avis into the graveyard. Pass turn.
Ooh, interesting
He's
move.
rocking it.
He's got a weird combo going, but I'm down for it. I want to
The
see
weird
how
combo
it
is
plays
called
out.
Mana Through.
Yes.
I'll play Field of the Dead tapped. I'll play Arcane Signet. And tap 4 for an Allurin. So you guys can now play creatures at any time as instant speed without paying their mana cost if they're below 3 or less. I'm trying to help you out, all right? Like, I don't know what the...
Yeah, no, I like it. Doesn't help me right now, but I like what you're doing.
And then I can hit the raid man for 3, and I'll gain 3.
90. Nice.
He drained us for 2, and then I took a fetch land, so I should be at 40 exactly.
And that brings us to the end of round 4.
He didn't train us.
Oh, he didn't?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
So have we lost life yet?
Nope.
All right,
Not unless you
42.
crack the fetch.
Yeah, I
gained
lost
one.
1 from a fetch.
Yeah.
42.
And that's the round 4 close. So we need 2 dice. Who wants them?
10.
Oh, look at
Sack
that.
all tokens.
Don't
I got
has
nothing.
that. And I got a.
I don't have any tokens.
What's that number? 17.
Destroy target creature with the highest converted mana cost.
What'd you roll?
He rolled a 17.
Hmm.
I
Found your
don't
creature.
like that. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, there goes my Siphon Sliver, my life gain.
Yeah.
Such is. Alright, so I untap. I do the draw.
I'll probably
Okay.
just recast it.
Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's interesting. So what's the best way to do this? I'll tap Forest into this for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to play my commander. Since one of these is Path of Ancestry, I get to scry one for all it's fucking worth. But Blood Beckoning, it's actually pretty decent. I'll leave it there. So now I can play Slivers. I choose Slivers for Wooburg less. I'll play Sliver Overlord for free. And
Seems pretty good.
it only costs me 1 at this point to play Necrotic Sliver. Do I do it right now? Yeah, I do it right now. I tap Gemhide Sliver for, I don't know, fucking blue. And I play Necrotic Sliver for 1. And that's the end of my turn.
Come on, Lane.
Hey, look at that.
Go, Bob, go, Bob, go.
He's beginning to believe.
I believe.
Oh shit, I can't cast it. That's
Why not?
awesome. Because I don't have 2 white.
Oh.
And I
Well,
would
remember,
pitch
any creature that's 3 or less is free.
Angel of Dawn to the graveyard and pass turn.
Why are you pitching?
I can't cast it.
But you played a land.
Okay.
You
I don't
didn't-
have enough. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I'm saying you don't have 7 cards in your hand because you played a land. You shouldn't have to ditch.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I won't. I can't pitch it, even if I wanted to.
Get it out of here. All right, draw.
It's gone. Get out of here.
Morphic Pool, I guess, comes into play tapped. 6 lands, so Fill the Dead doesn't trigger just yet. Yarok costs 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Recast Yarok.
Zinga.
And I'll pass the turn. Turn 5. I'll roll 1 die. 15. Destroy target artifact with the highest converted mana cost.
I don't have any.
Oh, I have a Soul Ring.
I had a Signet. That's fine.
Okay. I got one, and it's going to be a 15.
That's the same one.
Okay.
Soul Ring's gone.
Extra Soul Ring death. Totes. So I
Oh, 3 mana.
untap for my turn.
Well,
Draw
kind of.
from my turn.
I have an Eternal Witness in hand. I can get them both back if I really wanted to, but I don't really think I care. Well, maybe I do.
Oh, okay.
2+, 5 drop.
So
Maybe.
I'll tap 3 to use Sliver Overlord's ability. Search my library for a Sliver card. Put that card in my hand.
Put that shit in my hand.
In my hand, little man. If you don't, it'll owe you, oh. So let's. Oh, yeah. The Cascade Sliver. I could just win the game right now.
Can you?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can just win the game right now if I fucking try. Yeah. Okay. So if you guys want, I could play it out, but I'm pretty confident I can just win right now.
Just explain it, and that'll be good enough for me.
Where the fuck is it? So what I do is I grab out Cascade Sliver. I put it in my hand. I'll be able to tap 3 more so I can grab out the sliver that lets me bounce back to my hand for 2 life. And I can then just go through my deck until I have more than enough to just kill the raid monster right now.
Well, if you're paying 2 life per cast, I mean, you can only do it, I guess, 20 times.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is the cascade down from 5 20 times? I'm pretty sure I can just win right now. So I grab out first sliver to my hand. So
You got to do 90 though, so that's the thing. I guess it's possible, but
okay, so I'll play the first sliver for free. I'll cascade from 5. So I hit heart, defense of the heart. I'll play it. Why not? That goes to the bottom. So that's over here. I will tap these 3. Yeah, let's see. This guy, and this guy for 3 to Sliver Overlord again to get Cloud Shredder Sliver, so everything has haste. I'll put that in my hand. I can play it for free because of Morphon's effect.
and because of Allurin.
Oh, yeah, see, there you go. So I'll play that for free. I cascade down to 1. Life goes on. I gain 4 life. Alright, so now I'm up to 45. Alright. Now at this point, I'll go ahead. I'll tap out these 3 to get Hibernation Sliver to my hand, so I can pay 2 life to bounce slivers back to my hand. Make sure it's not down here. Ooh, This isn't going to be fun for you guys to sit and watch. What's the best way I can do this? Yeah, I'll get that to my hand. I'll play it a bunch of times.
How are you going to generate, like...
Yeah, I don't know if I can win right now.
How are you going to generate the mana to go get stuff?
Well, I can play all Wooburg for free.
Okay, but how do you generate the mana to go get more stuff? You're only going to cascade.
Right. Every time I cascade, I get slivers onto the battlefield, and they all count for mana. So I can just do it a bunch of times, hoping I hit them.
I don't know. You just took a 2 casting cost one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
so one allows him to
that
bounce
goes
stuff
into my
back to his
hand. Yeah. So now I'll bounce this cascade sliver back to my hand for 2 life, bringing me down to 43, and I play it for free. So I cascade down from 5. So now Talisman of Hierarchy for free into the battlefield. And let's see, I'll just untap this one, bounce it back to my hand, and I play it for 1. So I can just tap, let's see, this, play it, cascade down to 1. I just do this over and over, and everything has haste. It's like I can win right here with just a mass.
I'm good enough to accept it. This game's not very exciting for me.
Yeah, like yeah, it's just a sliver mass, because then I'll just play Sliver Legion and attack with everything and have well over 90.
Yeah, because Sliver Legion is like the coat of arms for slivers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, we're done here.
Like, when was I going to get some damn lands?
It's not a fun win, but it works right here, right now.
Most likely it would work. I think you'd have enough to be able to. I mean, you could just tutor it. I guess you don't even have to cascade into it. So yeah,
There's my mana vein. Oh yeah.
I see the line.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
I flash in Eternal Witness to get back Marsh Flats and Farseek. Got him.
Yeah, and I'm the beginning of this round. So even if I don't do 90 damage between the pair of you guys, there's...
I do nothing.
Well, Bob does nothing on his turn, and then I only really can do 5 damage.
That's not technically true. I had a Lotus Blossom that I would have suspended for 3 turns.
But I do make 2, 4, 6. Well, I would make 6 zombies from Field of the Dead, Eldritch Evolution, the Eternal Witness away for something.
It's not a fun win, but that feels like, yeah, that's... I'm going to put that away. Good old slivers. Who doesn't love them, huh? And all my friends were like, "Oh, Morophon, that's such a nicer commander. Oh, that's way better." Nah. Once you get Morophon on the battlefield, shit's off the rails.
Oh, I guess I just went on my turn because I could have Eldritch Evolution for the Acera combo.
Oh, see, yeah, I don't feel bad being done.
I normally don't want to do that line, but
right.
it's available.
I can play this hand.
Oh, I like when he says that.
It's not great. I can play it.
Pulling out the Edric. Oh man, I'm super excited for Indianapolis this summer.
Oh, me too. I'm telling you, it'll be a thing. The whole getting promos. There will be a book that they send out. It's like as thick as a damn phone book. That will tell you many of them that have like promos. Sometimes you have to like register for the event. And it's like $10 or $15 to play in it, but you get like promo playmat for My Little Pony or some shit. Some of them just give them straight for free. But I kind of go promo hunting at conventions now for that. Only at Vegas, we were just so damn busy. Like,
right.
That's why I was like,
so
I so regret signing up for all the play events. I didn't know what to expect at the Magic thing. And at all the events, I just wanted to stop playing except for the Boss Commander. And I probably should have only played that once. Because, like, the second time, you know, we were talking with Nikachu for, like, all of, like, 3 fucking minutes right before he started, you know, playing for that beta draft. And I would much rather have watched the beta draft. Well, no, because we were talking to Mark Rosewater, I think, at that time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we had the Mark Rosewater thing.
But we only got to talk to Nikachu for, like, literally, like, 3 minutes. And
I play this hand. I'm down.
He was a very affable guy in person.
Yeah.
Nikachu?
Yeah, he seemed the same, like, which is great.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he was. Oh, hey, that's great, you know, and he was just very genuine and welcoming, and he was, you know, totally approachable, and
hey, I'm gonna draw for.
It was
turn.
really a pleasure to meet him. Just what a genuinely good guy.
I'll play Once Upon a Time for free. Top 5 cards in my library. Creature or land. Shit.
Honestly, there wasn't anybody I bumped into during the whole thing that I was like, oh,
I'll go
wish I hadn't bumped into them.
Yavimaya. Rest on the bottom. Yavimaya
Except for that, whatever that
Evolving
march on
Wilds
Las Vegas
into a
Strip was.
blue, and I'll pass over to Bob.
Whatever that union event thing was, that was bullshit.
That chat and his
"Get the
Cheerios
fuck
so
outta here."
hard. I've never seen him go 360. Just he was
Rubbed
in
me
pain.
such the wrong way. You have the right to protest, but not on a private fucking hotel interrupting our ability to get to our events on time. Like, seriously. What the shit?
But you could.
Yes, you can protest in public places, but they were marching through the middle of the casinos. I was like, I didn't pay this much money to be at a fancy schmancy hotel to have to fucking stop and watch protesters walk through my lobby.
Get off my lobby!
Get off my lobby.
Absolutely, dude.
Get off my lobby.
Like,
I'll play
on the sidewalk?
Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. I'll tap both out for Spellskite, and I'll pass turn.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a thing like you have the right to congregate and say your piece and all that shit, but I mean, not when you're stopping business, the flow of business. Anyways, I passed my turn. I played a Thought Vessel.
Yo, for real, get the fuck off my lawn.
Seriously, bro.
Like, I understand you want to protest and shit, but like, I just want to have like an adult life where I do cool shit.
Right? Like, I don't want you not to be able to do it, but find a public venue where
19.
you're not disrupting business.
Graveyard, get it out of here. Drain 1. 2? Drain 2.
Drain 2. 38.
What turn is it? That's turn
Turn
end of
2.
turn 2. Drain 2.
Now turn 3.
Drain 2, which is +6, so 81.
Yeah.
Oakley dokely. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm untapping. I'm drawing.
He's doing
I'm
it.
playing a forest. Yeah, that's right. You just synced it. I'm a tap all three of those bad bitches out. I'm playing Edric, Spy Master of Trest.
Hit that bitch for 0.
I can't. It doesn't do anything. It's not
I
technically.
mean, you can.
0 isn't combat damage, so like, yeah, I attack for 0 and
There
I
you
pass
go.
turn. There you go, Bob.
Oh, look at that. I can never get this rolling. This is going to be juicy. And I'm going to go ahead and tap that. Just get practice Starnheim, Aspirant, pass the turn.
Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee.
So
Rejuvenating. Oh, that's not the one I could play. Opponents, huh?
We don't have a lot of those.
That means I got to fetch? I don't want to do that. That's fine, I guess. Take a damage.
So I started playing this game on the PC.
oh, wait.
there.
I'm sorry. I also. No, I'm going to hold on to that. Playing this game.
Yeah,
playing
it's
a game.
called Shipbreaker. Man, it's so basic. All you are is like an astronaut, and you're just breaking down ships into scrap metal. It is just
I've watched people play that.
Dude, it is the most beautiful game I think I've ever seen. And the physics are just out of this world. I don't know if I've interacted with something quite like it. I cannot believe I spent hours playing it.
You can?
Well,
I do that daily.
And that's the thing, is just like, holy shit, how did I just spend 3 hours playing this game? It's like, I didn't do much except like figure out how to play this game. Oh my goodness, so fun. And my pop, he's a big PC gamer.
Go ahead.
Oh, you say go ahead, but that's the end of round 3.
Tiles.
Why don't you
All
go
right.
ahead? Yeah, hit that up.
3.
A 3. Destroy legendary permanent. Oh,
I has none.
Damn it.
I has Edric.
I wanted Edric out there.
I did too, Bob. I did too. So that's 1 extra time. Okie dokes. Untap. We do the draw. We do a forest. Okay. I'll tap 2 into Arcane Signet. I'll tap the Arcane Signet for Aqueous Form on Spellskite.
On Spellskite?
Yeah, because it's a attack trigger for the Scry 1.
Oh. I thought it was
Yeah.
on damage.
Nah, it's a...
I was like, he doesn't do damage, dude.
Yeah. So I attack Scry 1. It is Mystic Reflection. Don't fucking care. Put it at the bottom. I pass turn over to you, Bob.
Untap. Keep draw. Another one. Now I got lands coming out my bing bong. I'm going to swing for 2 with Starnheim Aspirant. Right? He has no blockers, right?
Nope. 79.
Draw a card. Never mind.
Nope. Not for me.
Is
I decided to sacrifice Edric instead. I thought it would be cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes for a better journey story.
So I'm going to go ahead and tap 4 with a 2 discount, playing Exalted Angel.
And everything is a forest as well, just in case you were worried.
All right.
Oh, good thing for that.
Hey, you know,
all
I'm
white
doing
tips.
what I can for you. You know, help out where I, got it.
I'm going to go ahead and tap 1 to play a Commander's Plate, and I will pass turn.
Interesting. I got nothing.
Holy shit. cast an Uro of the Titan's Wrath of the variety. He dies.
Escape shift.
I draw Escape Shift. I can play a land from my hand. I'll play that Rejuvenating Springs.
Ooh, he played
I'll
it.
get a treasure.
Your treasure.
I'll play a Mystical Sanctuary for turn. Get a treasure.
Extra treasure. Your
Another
two
one.
treasures.
And
Yeah, I think you're gonna need to restart your computer soon because like your video freezes. You've had issues tonight, Matt.
I have seen no issues. I restart my computer every day, so I think it's computer related. Could be phone related. I haven't restarted the phone in probably a week or two. Yeah, I'll hit it for 3.
Bazinga, 76.
That's it.
I'll roll one.
Yeah.
19.
4 piece.
Lose 4 more life, and he gains 12.
My freaking Uro, dude. Hold on. I got nothing.
That's 88. Okay.
He's
I
at
got-
88.
I got another one. It's a 20.
Hmm.
I'll
I'm actually
put a-
gonna draw a card.
I'm gonna draw a card.
I'm going to put a land into the play. Yeah. Nothing quite like ramp, huh? Cool.
Get her done.
So, untap phase. Draw phase. Okay, what do we got? That guy's going to cost 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves me with 1 extra. That's not super helpful. Ooh, I've got a Kodama, but then I can't play more afterwards. That's not super helpful. Who's got creatures? You guys got creatures out?
I got
I
one.
do.
I gotta play Edric to help you guys out. Yeah. So I'm gonna tap out 5. I'm gonna play Edric again. I'll attack for 0, but I do get to scry 1, and I'll pass over turn.
Is Edric a May out of curiosity?
Its controller may draw a card.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
I'm
untap
leaving
everything.
Coat of Arms on the top.
Draw. I will play a plains for turn. I'll tap 6 and bring Avacyn into play.
That sounds surprising.
I will swing for 6, bringing the monster down to 82.
2. Yeah.
Draw 2
Yeah.
and gain 4 from Exalted Angel. Oh boy!
This is way less worrisome than usual.
And I pass.
Like when someone's like, "I'll play Avacyn and attack," I'm not worried right now. I feel buffed.
Oh wow! This is gonna potentially get pretty silly.
Yeah, until Matt rolls a 1 and you have to discard some of that.
I'm fine with that. I just don't want a 2.
You got this, Matt.
I need a land.
If it helps, they're all forests. I know.
I'll hit it for 3.
There you go.
Then I draw a
79.
card. Land? No, it's not quite a land. I mean, I can do.
Goes. What else will let you go get a land?
Yeah. I basically want to play. I want to play Yarok and Skew Swarm, and then do other things. But without a land, I can't do all of that. But I think
Excuse me.
I think the right play is to play Yarok. And then use a treasure to crop rotation this island. Okay, hold on. We got plays. Gaia's Cradle. That's a good one. And then that land entering the battlefield will give me 2 treasures
Ooh.
because of Yarok.
So now you've got 5 available.
Yeah, I forgot about the Gaia's Cradle.
Yeah. And now it's getting spicy right here. Do you have anything in hand that makes you grab more land?
I'll sack 3 treasures for a Skeet Swarm. I'll tap this for 3. I'll play a Wood Elves, which will trigger twice. I'll go get 2 forests, put it on the battlefield. So I'll get a Bayou.
So that makes a skew right there because that's 6.
That's not a forest.
And the next one will
Breeding
make
pool.
2 more skewts.
Well, each trigger from landfall triggers twice.
Oh, so that makes.
So it goes
1.
from.
You have 6. You have actually, it's 3,
It'll go.
6,
You should have
12.
4.
You have 12 Skeet Swarms.
Yeah, because it'll go 3. And then I'll also get 4 or 8 treasures? Nope, 4 treasures. 4 treasures. $12 scutes. Tutti fruity. I would like to. Ooh, this is wow. Okay, we're doing stuff here. We're doing it. I'll sack 2 treasures. I'll play a Nature's Lore. Go get a forest card put on the battlefield. Sure, snow-covered forest. So then I'll go to 24, then 48 scoots. Or no, I have
More.
12.
So you have 60.
Well, I have 12 now, right? Including
Right. And you're going to add 48 more.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant. So yeah, 60 total. And then I'll get 2 treasures.
Actually, so you had 12. And the first time it triggers, it'll create 12. So that's 24. And then it'll trigger again. Yeah, 48. You have 48. Right.
But I had 12 already. Every landfall trigger counts as 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to go from 12 to 24, 24 to 48.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So 48. Skewed Swarm. So now I've got 7 mana. Fancy.
And that right there is why Beastmaster Ascension is so good. Because
3,
if he adjusts
4,
the
5.
tax with them, they all get 5/5.
I'll play a Peregrine Drake, which will trigger twice. So I'll untap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll tap that. And then I'll do that again. Untap these 5. So I have 54 floating green.
You have essentially unlimited green mana.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to even spend all of it. Then I'll play Avenger of Zendikar. I'll get eight plants. And then...
Which will be 16, right?
Right, yeah, it'll be 16 plants. And then I'll play a Panharmonicon. Probably should have played that first. We'll do that in the better order. We'll play Panharmonicon, then Avenger of Zendikar. That makes way more sense. So it'll be 32. 32 plants.
Are they
Oh no, it's just one
lands?
additional time. So it's just 8, 16, 20, 24. They're all 0/1 plants.
But they're not lands, right?
No, they're not lands.
Okay.
And then
You could scape shift and go get a whole bunch more.
I guess I scape shift.
But at this point, it's kind of pointless, right? I mean, all you'd have to do is.
I'm just doing it because I can. I'm gonna pass, but I don't think there's no way to like kill it. But I can do. My board becomes insanely massive unless it board wipes. We win.
Well, that's it. Like so we're at round 5. Now let's just go ahead, roll the 2 dice, see if it wipes all tokens, and then we win. If it doesn't. So mine is an 8.
Can only play one, draw one.
Bob, what you got? What you got? What you got?
12. So we win.
Yeah, it creates a bunch of blockers, but that does not stop Matt. So I pass turn, Bob, you pass turn, Matt wins.
I mean,
Totes Malotes.
I can do some stuff.
I mean, I can too, but I'm such a slow, dumb Magic player that like I can at least understand. Matt just wins. Like I do nothing, you do nothing. He just does everything, and we're done.
Yep. Again.
Well, I don't even want to know how many. The skew swarm becomes
ungodly, like untrackable. It gets to the point where it's just like
use a calculator.
Like I can't do this in person.
Because right now it's 48, and everything is *2, so there's 17.
Yeah, we'll go one more, and I'll play the hug just because I like the hug, and then I gotta go.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So there's 14 skew swarm triggers on the stack. So I think I just times. So it'd be 48 to the 8th or 7th.
I don't know, a lot.
I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's
many thousands.
That's yeah. But Bob, one of the things I would like to do
12,288 skew swarms.
One of the things I would like doing with my free time is playing some Minecraft. So
yes,
yeah. Now that I
promised Miss Sherry Vegas that I'd go for a walk with her, which is where I need to go after this game.
Yeah,
if she hasn't already. But if you're up later, I'll be up for a little bit later. I'll drink some coffee. I will drink coffee to play Minecraft with you, my friend.
Oh, hot dang!
I have never played Minecraft.
I'll be honest, Matt. I'm one of those side crafters. I'm not just like a regular Minecrafter. I'm part of that. Like, what does entity cramming like? I mess around with how things work as far as systems go when I play Minecraft.
See, I'd like to beat the end game. I've never beat it.
Wait, do you mean the dragon?
The Ender Dragon?
The Ender Dragon.
That's not the end game.
Maybe not now. It was back in the day.
Oh, yeah. So, like, oh, yeah, for sure, Bob. Like, I would love to do all of that. Like,
I wouldn't mind doing some Diablo 2 Resurrected and let Matt drag us through there just like he does in Magic.
Like, when I was playing Diablo 2 Resurrected, like when it came back out and it was like the HD, remaster and all that, I played it. I played probably 50 or 60 hours of it, and I just kept thinking of my childhood when it was fresh and new and it was the hottest thing, and how I loved it more then than I do now.
My biggest frustration is the annoyance that Sorceress can do just about anything. faster than any other class. So if I'm not playing a sorceress, I just feel like I'm just wasting my time.
Right. Yeah. Teleport.
Like magic finding on any
Teleport.
character but a
He's
sorceress
talking
is
about for
painful.
what did they do to get her in a faster Uber killer than the
Just,
No, I'm talking about magic finding.
Illidan?
and
Huh?
just to start us off, I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm gonna play an island into Soul Ring and pass turn.
I
I'm
also
gonna
will
have
say
to.
that the new cold charm that breaks immunities is nuts with cold source. It's absolutely, it feels good.
Does that
It's
work
great.
against the Uber?
It works against anything with immunity.
But they're not immune.
Yeah, and I don't know why you keep talking about Uber. I'm talking about magic find. Magic finding on any other
because it's
character.
kind of like the end game, right? Is Uber hunting?
Right. Just running Pindle over and over and over.
No, he's talking about Uber Diablo, Uber Mephisto.
No, I'm talking about Uber Diablo.
Val.
Oh yeah. Just
Getting the
running-
Hellfire
Annihilus charm.
Torches,
Yeah.
getting
Getting the 5
Annihilus.
Ubergs.
See, my
Torches
Java's
and
knife
Annihilus.
could kill Ubers, which was pretty cool. At the
Oh,
very
really?
least, Uber Diablo.
Well, so that's like one of the things is
But it's the smited in is
well, like
Yeah, Smite is the best one.
that to me is like the epitome of content creation. Like if you're just looking at having fun doing it, that's a separate thing. If you're looking to make like, hey, what are people going to watch? There is a finite amount of content to make in the Diablo sphere. Whereas like Minecraft,
Yeah, I'll keep.
like
I'll keep.
yeah, you're up, Bob.
Ooh.
If you were to start doing like Terraria or Stardew Valley,
I
and
love
just
Terraria.
I'm
dude.
gonna crack a Misty and go get my. Oh wait, I got to draw first,
I've played hundreds of hours of
Oh, shit.
Terraria.
and then I'm gonna go get
Same.
a
Same.
Triome. I passed her.
I recently just downloaded the Calamity mod. I say recently, within like I would say, I don't know. Go ahead. Like months ago, but we played through all of the Calamity mod. We beat hard mode. We went through and we basically got to the very end where you summon the robots. And we didn't beat those, but we beat everything else.
oh, the mechanical bosses.
Yeah, the mechanical bosses that we had the ability to summon them, but my buddy lost interest
I'll throw out a forest, tap all out for Edric and pass over turn.
because he was
so-
saying
You
guys
it's
played
not as
Raft?
hard as the other.
Oh, so I've always been a really big gamer, and I've pushed Xboxes as much as possible. So I've put hundreds, if not thousands, of hours into Terraria. And as far as Raft goes, Bob,
I've never heard of it.
fucking Raft is real fun. Like
I've never played it, but is it multiplayer?
yeah. So if you guys have never heard of it, check out Neebs Gaming. Neebs.
Howling Mine.
That right there, Neebs Gaming, is what I would love to do for my career. That's what I would like aspire to. It's 4 guys that just play video games, and they have a channel, and they get millions of views on every video. They're at the point where they actually hold shows where they just play games for a live audience. It's insane. So Raft is super fun. So that's round 2 coming to a close. Who wants it?
I'm shuffling my library. Somebody else do it.
Ooh, Bob,
Right.
you're so good at it though.
5.
A 5.
Trade monster
damage.
deals to everybody. There you go. That's a way to start it.
Shadow
Bam.
Legends.
Yeah, Raft is super fun.
Oh, I haven't.
Untap.
I've watched somebody play Raft.
I'll throw out a Flooded Grove. Ooh, I
I have a Yavimaya on the field, by the way, so all your lands are also green.
Oh shit! Well, that's gonna work well with this.
Right.
Familiar with that?
That's pretty good. That's a good combo. I like that.
Ooh. I like it. I like it.
Most notably, you can tap it for another color, but it still makes green. That's nice.
I'm gonna attack with Edric. That's just gonna be 2 damage down to 73. Draw a card for me.
Oh, it pretty much doubles up everybody's mana.
Yeah.
Badoop. Okay. I already played a 4.
Did you draw 2, by the way, from the Howling Mine, Pat?
I did not. Oh, is it an extra or 2 extra?
No, just 1 extra.
Cool. I didn't draw it either way. So I will use an island into the Flooded Grove for 2. Yeah, and I'll use the Soul Ring to finish off for Eternal. No. Instead of doing that first, I will island into Flooded Grove. I'll use one of those green and Soul Ring for Cultivate, and then I'll use the extra one and the Forest for Eternal Witness, putting Cultivate back in hand. So I'll play Cultivate once, search for 2 basics, put them on the battlefield tapped, and I'll pass over turn.
All right. Untap. Draw 2. 1. Oh, boy.
Might as well just put out islands,
There's 2.
right?
So I'll go ahead and play a Tropical Island for turn. And I'll tap all 3 to put out the Vernal Bloom and pass.
It only costs 3.
Oh, no, it does cost 4. Damn it.
When you
right.
showed it, I thought it was 4.
It is.
I'm happy if it was 3.
Right.
Oh, that sucks.
I have no
and
issues.
then I untap all that.
Then I do something totally different.
Actually, I will. Sorry. Then I won't play that. I'll
I'm cool.
put a Fabled Passage into play, crack it, just so I can get that over with. Pass turn.
Yep.
What do I need in hand?
Draw 1, draw 2. No lands, huh? All right. All right, I'll play a Flooded Strand, crack the Flooded Strand. Actually, it's a forest. I won't crack the Flooded Strand. I want a fetch.
It's a forest.
Faux
Did you draw
rest.
2, by the way?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to tap 4. I'm going to play an Aloran. So we can now play creatures with 3 or less mana cost, and they are free. And at instant speed.
Wait, so I can just take a card, 3
Yes.
or less, and just put it on the battlefield
Any
right
creature.
A creature card.
now? Creature,
card.
boom, 3 or less.
I would wait until you see what the raid monster
Yeah, I'd
does.
wait until the end of the
That's a
raid
great
monsters.
point. That's a
Like
great
I'm gonna
point.
hold my creature because of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have 7 in hand. Pass turn.
Even though I'd like to have
All right, so it
a
goes,
creature to swing out with right now, I have an
Oh.
Ewit. I'm not gonna
16.
waste.
We've got each opponent sacrifice all artifacts.
Oh, that sucks. There goes
Howling
the
Mine.
Howling Mine.
Soul Ring's gone.
Soul Ring.
So now we can cast.
All right, so in response, I'll play Circle of Dreams Druid.
Yep. I played a Azusa Lost But Seeking.
I wonder what she's looking for.
I wish I had land.
And, you know what? I'll also do after that. I'll go ahead and sneak in, or I'll throw down Eternal Witness, taking Howling Mine back to hand.
Ooh,
There you go.
boom diggy. I will untap.
This is a great group hug card. Aloran.
Draw.
Yeah, it's in this deck.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it always has been, but it just
I never see it.
never pops up. There's a lot of cards in here you probably never seen.
Throw another
Yeah.
Tide Channel Pathway.
I haven't seen Braids in a while. Haven't seen that one enchantment that lets you exile a card to play a card for free.
You talking about Dream Halls?
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while.
They're in there. It's just magic.
So I tap 6.
Plus, the games end pretty quickly with these decks.
To play Kodama of the East Tree.
Or Doggo.
I'm gonna speed it up some more. Hopefully this turn.
Yeah.
Right.
Play a Vernal Bloom.
Shit, fuck me, fuck titties, stuff. I'll tap, Circle of Dreams Druid for 4. I will go ahead and play Staff of Domination and another land.
Another one.
What's that cost? 2 tap, 3 tap. At this point, I'll attack with Eternal Witness and Edric for 4, bringing it down to 69. Nice. Drawing me 2 cards. I got nothing super awesome, so I'll pass over turn.
Was that turn 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
I know it's hard to see with my lighting.
Untap.
I gotta figure
Draw.
something about
Oh, boy.
diffuse lighting and shit. But
I'll swing for 2. Bring them down to 67. Draw a card.
67's cool, but it's not as nice.
Not as good as 69.
Dollar.
I'm gonna go ahead. Excuse me. Play a Tropical Island. Tapping all 4. Now I can play the Vernal Bloom. Pass turn. Time to shine, Matt. Do your thing.
So I guess we'll make 6 for a Tatiova.
Ooh, Benthic Druid, huh? That's an interesting play.
I want to play Yarok and then Tatiova, but I just don't. I'm not drawing land, which is weird in a landfall deck. But I'm hoping to crack fetch land to draw some hopeful lands.
I think I can win next turn as long as it doesn't kill Staff of Domination.
Or all your creatures.
Yeah, right. As long as I have Circle of Dream, like if I have this board state next turn, I think I win.
Get an underground sea.
I'll Circle of Dreams, Druid, enough mana with Staff of Domination.
Is that the one I had printed up for you?
Yeah. Yeah, all 3 of them are in here that I can play. All right, so then that'll trigger Tatiova, draw a card. Still no land. Interesting. All right, I'll tap this for a blue and a green. I'll play a Confounding Conundrum, so I draw a card. Hey, there we go. Then I'll play my second. No, that's some first land of the turn. Draw a card. Hey, a Guy's Cradle. I like that.
How is that your first land of the turn? You had a fetch out there.
Yeah, I was tapping it for green. I have 3 visits.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, I was tapping it because I wanted to save my fetch. All right, so I'm playing that, tapping, getting Bloodstained Mire.
So I'll say the only thing that's worse with this new computer, the audio through my headphones is not as good as it was with the last driver.
I'm sure you can fix that.
Yeah, I maybe I have to tweak something, but my headphones just aren't. They don't have that same thump. I've got them at like 100, and it does not work out as good as it did previously.
I use a DAC, so I don't know. Highly recommend. I highly recommend a DAC. It's a digital audio converter, I believe, is the exact words, but. It's a FX Audio DAC. It allows you to basically convert the audio to digital, and it allows you to just have more control over it. And it's kind of it's an amplifier as well for my headphones, because without the amplifier, honestly, it's not great. All right, so I draw a card from that. Hey, all right, we'll play 2 more lands. So that's triple. Actually, I probably should do it one at a time. We'll do Guy's Cradle, draw a card, Reliquary Tower, draw a card. So I've played all 3 lands my turn. All right. Azusa is...
Did you gain your life?
Oh, no. So I gain... Fetch would have taken it away, canceled out. Fetch would have canceled out. So it's just 3 life.
Man, I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys in Indianapolis. Like,
amen, brother. I learned that from Vegas with Matt, that absolutely that's where it's at. We're going to see, hopefully, Cothern there.
Well, I mean, Yeah, well, that'll be super fun. But just me, you two guys, Bob, you take your daughter out. We're all gonna go have like a great dinner. Like just go for a night out in the town.
I'm not going to get another dry aged steak. I will say that. That's just a little.
No. I mean, go to
I'll play a
like
Fierce Empath for free.
a 50s diner that's like hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff.
I don't mind going to like a little steakhouse, but dry aged steaks are like $200 a pop.
Right. Yeah. No, I hit something, $50 a head, a decent price, but a good meal.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at having a.
Oh, there's plenty of like pubs and shit around there and like little
Right.
eateries. Sherry Vegas has a friend that lives there. He does like marketing stuff, and he actually did marketing stuff, like banners and things that they have in the convention center for Gen Con.
Oh, cool.
We had lunch with him. I don't remember what the place was, but I'll say this: all of those places within walking distance are packed the entire time.
Right.
Well, I'm driving, so I'll be able to drive. So I got a Deadeye Navigator with Fierce Empath. So then now if Gaia's Cradle taps for 4. I'd love to be able to play this Avenger before the Gaia's Cradle, but I cannot do that. So I guess I'll just do that. I'll just play Avenger of Zendikar. And get 7 plant tokens. And then I'm done. I can hit it for 1.
166.
Sure. Draw a card, then I'm done.
And brings us to round 4 closing.
Round 4.
I'll roll first.
Yep.
All right.
20.
Nice. I'll go ahead and just draw one.
I'm going to put a land into play.
And I get what's that? 16. Sack all artifacts. Oh.
There goes your staff.
Yeah.
See, I'll play a land. I'll play Bajuku Bog. I'll exile the boss monsters of graveyard. I'll draw a card, get a counter on all my plants.
Gain a life.
And gain a life. I need to find a plant token real quick.
While you do that, I'll untap for my
turn.
turn. And draw as well.
You know what I can do?
Oh, shit. Umbral Mantle. I have the win in hand.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah, so I'll play Forest.
I was just going to make things even sillier.
Yeah.
I had Gate Ether and Howling Mine.
I'll tap 3 to play Umbral Mantle for 0. I'll attach Umbral Mantle to Circle of Dreams Druid. I'll tap it.
By the way, your lands all tap for an additional green, so you tapped way too much mana.
Yeah. So I'll tap that to make Circle of Dreams Druid 5,000, and then I'll attack with it, and I win. We win. We win. There we go.
Yeah. So I had, more hug shenanigans, the Gate to Ether and the Howling Mine. Doing what I do.
All the goodies.
I'll have to take these rule sets and convert them to the hard mode so we actually have a challenge because all of these games were not even close.
Well, here's the thing is we keep going off with infinite combos. We need a way for the game to break infinite combos.
Yeah. I mean, if I had...
Like, each turn, you can only cast as many spells as dice roll. Like, that's just a...
I don't know.
You can only do activations and draws and all that equal to dice rolled. Right? To where you can only perform so many actions in a given turn.
Like, if we're designing against, like, this deck, this is at least a real 7+. Like, it is.
Only in this format, mine is like a 7 or 8.
So I don't even know if we need to design the rules to go beyond what we have right now.
Well, I just think hard. I'm saying for hard mode. I'm not. The rule set we have for this, the baseline is fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying for hard mode, I think that it needs to be. I think it needs to roll more, and in between, I think it needs to roll like every turn, like after every player's turn. But we'll see. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. There's plans.
That's going to be oppressive that it gets to roll. The more people that you play, it gets ridiculous. That means it gets to go 4 times before you get to take an action.
Yep.
Yeah.
It goes 4 to 1. I don't think that's going to work.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's why we need to playtest it.
Right? If it just happens, yeah, just see how bad
There are plenty of dead rolls right now where it could do nothing to stop my board, and then we still win on my turn. Because I've got 7 plants right now. They're only 1/2s right now. But on my turn, I could easily drop a bunch more lands and grow them to the win.
Yeah, but if it's rolling every turn, between turns, starting from the first round, you'd never have the board state you have. There's no way.
Well, it wouldn't be starting from the first round. It'd still be starting from the second. You still have your startup time.
You see, I would rather see it just roll every turn, starting from turn 1, and ramps up every turn.
That's even worse.
No, it doesn't. No, it's not.
Well, the problem that I have with starting on turn
Not
1...
in between each player. I'm saying that, when it gets to its first turn, it rolls a die. When it gets to its second turn, it rolls 2 die. When it gets to its third turn, it rolls 3 die. That's where I think we should start. Otherwise, it's going to be, by your turn 3, the monster's rolled 12 dice.
And probably still done nothing. But, I don't know.
I would highly doubt that. On the hard mode rules, I would challenge it to say no.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bob. Well, let us know, guys, down in the comment section below. Or if you have joined the Discord server, let us know over there. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put that link down in the comment section. So let us know what you guys want for a harder rule set.
Well, this rule set, to be fair, it's without Matt's infinite combos, it's beat us down many times.
None of this.
I think the last time you and I just played, the two of us, Pat, I don't think we won a game.
We definitely had some issues. Two player definitely had a different feeling than 3-player. And I like that difference. That me and my friend, unlike Drist and Wolfgar, we cannot defeat the Ice Giant's Cave. We need a group of 3. We need the entire 4 group of the Adventurers of the Hall. I like that there is that group aspect to it. It should be hard for 1 or 2 people. I like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we have to be cognizant of that, and that if you want the rule set to accommodate 9 out of 10 wins that we win against the boss, it's not a slog fest. It's can we stall it off long enough until we get an infinite combo?
Yeah. Circle of Dreams Druid. Oh, Umbral Mantle. Oh, yeah, win.
Or the Tulane AC Tatiova.
Yeah, or
Aetherflux Reservoir.
Yeah, Cascade Slivers over until there's a critical mass. We're gonna win here. Yeah,
it's not like a beat back and forth and each of us chips in. Our decks have tuned to the point where they're just infinite comboing off at some point. One of us is going to pop an infinite combo. So I don't know. That kind of makes it a little fun.
We're going to have to start inviting more and more of our audience in to play with us. I think that's something that the Patreon account is really going to help for. I think I'm the first patron, so big ups, woot woot to me. But outside of that, I think we will slowly grow that base up more and more. And I think that that's where we'll see a lot of growth in decks as far as what we're playing and what we're playing against the raid monster.
Yeah, I would love to play with other people and get different, decks in there and, different feel for the power level. Certainly, Matt, when I play with him, it feels like I'm playing with somebody who's
Really,
more CEDH
yeah, right.
focused.
And it is good though. Like when we got to play with Prime, a phenomenal player, and same thing with Thea bringing her Shadowborn Apostle deck. It was really nice to see that kind of style when we were getting to play these games. So I welcome everybody to hit us up, and hopefully we'll get to play with you doing some of these games.
Yeah. Hey, if you're watching this, hit us up, hit our Discord, and perhaps even you can be on the Cardboard Conversations games that we're playing. If you want to do that, if not, and you want to be a more private person, well, just look in the looking for group. Post something in there in the Discord chat. I check it quite often. I'm kind of one of the bigger cheerleaders that makes myself available to play even throughout the week and on weekends. This weekend I have my mom over, so I'm not really going to be as available. But hit us up in there. You'll likely find somebody to play with. There's usually some people ready to rock and roll. And bring your decks, test your ideas. I've had some people hit me up in private chats, asking about where should they begin, and they they like the certain commander and whatnot. And I say, bring it all, try it all.
Right.
It's
Just
a great
start with
place
something.
to try it out. And I think if you try it and you haven't before, you'll find it's a refreshing new way to play Magic that definitely makes you look at the game differently, looks at your cards differently. It's a different way to think about Magic, actually. So I think that's refreshing and fun. It's almost like a new game.
Well, hey, until next week, I just want to say personally, thank you to everybody here. Thank you to everybody out in the comment section and tuning in next week. It's, as always, a phenomenal time hanging out with everybody here and everybody here. So thank you all for your time this evening. Until next time, I've been Pat.
I'm Matt.
I'm Bob.